this guy out there, he's under investigation, Franklin Saint. Yeah, we got to check him out. They don't even know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? For real, got to check out this Franklin Saint guy.
That trailer, that you talk about good writing. That trailer was fucking. I wanted to. I'm like, damn, I need to bring this shit on tonight.
Right,
man.
Snowfall to come back.
Right.
Who y'all think the fans are more passionate about, Power or Snowfall?
Power. It's Power.
Is Power?
You think Power fans are like Nikki fans?
I think Power. I mean, I'm gonna say like this. Here's the thing: Power is It's a very character-driven show.
Absolutely.
So you love the characters, right? And despite the writing, which is horrible. For at times, right? Yep. I'm just like you love the characters. You love the characters a lot. I mean, I'm gonna say like this, right?
Yeah, the writing has gotten horrible. I agree.
I'm gonna say like this, like. Loving the characters on Power is like loving the star player on a team that just is not that good. But you love the star player, so you know what I mean. You gotta rock out. Right. That's what it is.
Like Tom Brady.
Yeah, but at least he win though. You know what I'm saying? Power is up and down. Like we love the last episode was great. We understand that. But then there's other episodes where it's like, oh goodness, y'all couldn't have wrote this any better. Come on, you know what I'm saying? But you love the characters. Now, Snowfall is just well written. It's a well written show, and the characters are developed correctly. So
they ain't never slack on that.
It's easy. It's easy to follow that. Like, you know what I'm saying, and it'll make you think too. So
I've never seen. I don't know if I've ever seen a show that did such a good job at character development in a while. Shows that we watch, because we knew where Franklin was season 1 and where he is. Like, he was like a little kid. Like, this dude is a fucking boss right now.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, he had to like grow into that. It wasn't like it wasn't no fast track, make believe. Right. Like, yo, how we get from here to here that fast? Right. Yeah, Franklin had to really grow into the character he is on the show now. Like, the season 1, he wasn't that guy. He was getting took for bad. They was treating him like a chump, you know what I mean? And then he had to grow into that.
Y'all talking about character development, like Grey's Anatomy is like at its 200th season right now. You talk about a character development. Some of them characters they have been developing for
going off there
now.
Right. Grey's Anatomy and the fucking Simpsons. Them motherfuckers.
But
they could be filming when the war about to end.
I'm gonna say like this, with Grey's Anatomy, because I don't watch it, but I know people who do though. But I'm like, everybody who watch it, it just keeps drawing them in. Don't matter how many seasons it's been on, it just draw them in. So I'm like, well, this gotta be a well-written show, because after a while, you know what I'm saying? It can't just be, oh man, I don't know how that operation happened. The doctor had one arm, and then he just developed a bionic arm and then start operating on. There ain't no bullshit like that.
Right. And you know what I'm saying? You got to be invested for real to watch one show for like 20 seasons.
Yeah,
that's a long time. Like Law and Order, we love Marisha is her name, I believe, the main character, right? We like her, so we watch it. Grey's Anatomy, seeing her.
But did y'all fuck with Scandal when that shit was on? I used to fuck with Scandal.
I know people who did. I didn't watch it, but I know people who did.
But I was ready for Scandal to be over. It's just got to be too much of her in this white man face.
Yeah. I wasn't a fan.
I had enough of it.
Yeah. I'm like,
the only thing that drew me into to Power, right? When Mark put us on Power, my wife and I, we were like a season behind, and we kept toying with, going back and watch it. And we got into it. I think the first like 2 to 3 seasons were like phenomenal. It got straight to the point. It was no build up. I mean, I think the first episode you had Ghost got somebody in the
club.
Didn't Tasha sleep with the driver the first episode too?
No, she didn't. No, she just took her clothes. She just took a was playing with herself in the back seat of the truck.
Okay, yes.
Mark really downplaying that. Yeah, she was on her City Girl shit with the
Tasha was a true City Girl. I mean, that's no lie. Like, you know what I'm saying?
City Girl on Queens too. The show she got now with Queens. Yeah, she a little.
Well, she plays the role well. I mean, and it's crazy, because like her in real life is like nothing like this. So I'm just like, man, she can act, you know.
Yeah, but she
it is what it is.
Kim. Remember, she played Lil' Kim too.
Another city girl.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So,
but my husband don't like that's one actress. He's like, I don't like nothing she do. He didn't like her when she was Little Kim. He don't like her in Power. He don't like her in Queens. Like he's like, I do not like nothing she do.
But you know what? Some actors and actresses you're gonna feel that way about. Like my brother, his brother-in-law hates Bokeem Woodbine. He don't care what he play in. This dude is trash. He's been a trash actor forever. Like he's like, man, I could take you from New York Undercover to Strapped to whatever he's doing now. He been trash. I'm like, you know, I like that's just the way he feel about it. You know, I'm like, all right, well, I got you. True. You know, I mean that's like me with the wrestler guys starting to act now. John Cena, he's terrible in everything he do. To me, I think he's a horrible actor. I'm just like, goodness, and they let you in stuff. I'm like, you're
every
horrible.
Tyler Perry actor is a bad actor, and he keeps them working. So being a bad actor is not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, and everybody who actually who tried to work for Tyler Perry, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go to the intro real quick. So thank you all for tuning in tonight. Shout out to everybody out there, you know, in TV land. Shout out there in media land. Hello, everybody in media land. Shout out to everybody out there watching on Blackjack TV, channel 199. Shout out to Maha Radio. Shout out to Facebook Live. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to everybody who rocks with us behind the scenes on the front line. If you guys notice, there's a different vibe because Merv is not here. Everybody getting a chance to talk. Wow. And shout out to my brother Merv, man. I just talked to Merv about 10 minutes ago. Merv is at a gala representing for us right now. He's
doing his little shimmy thing.
Yeah, doing a little shimmy.
He over here shimmying somewhere.
Yeah, the red jacket is on. I know the red jacket is on. You know what I mean?
He's definitely greased up somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Beijing
throwing out candy canes to the fucking crowd and all type of bullshit.
I guarantee you got the Beijing on the beard right now. He probably, if it start, he got Beijing on his eyebrow. So if it start raining today or tonight, he go outside, he go like a raccoon by the time he gets to the house.
He gonna look like Britney Spears. He gonna look like Britney Spears.
Merv ain't really spending that money on the baby.
Like old boy played the crow when he get back into the house.
These is all jokes, Merv.
No, this is real talk. This is real talk. Dude got like Merv Beijing his eyebrows, man. I was like, whoa. And not even great. He said, I gotta get him. I gotta insinuate a little bit more. But shout out to the homie Merv, man. He's gonna hop on tonight, I'm sure. Because
do not do Marvin like that.
Marvin Sintel D is gonna hop on sometime tonight. He's gonna show us his suit. I'm pretty sure. So be prepared.
Oh, definitely.
But tonight, shout out to Tayson, shout out to Tina, shout out to everybody who rock with us on the front lines, behind the scenes, everybody. We're gonna have a good show tonight. We're gonna have a debate tonight. Just a plethora of things, a myriad of things we're gonna be debating.
That's a big word.
Yeah, myriad.
Ooh,
debates are sometimes hard to navigate. Because they can get very touchy because we all have different opinions on things. And those of you who are watching in the comments as well, we would love for you to also debate via the comments. And again, we're going to try to do this the right way.
We want the smoke.
We want the smoke. We don't want to be disrespectful, of course, because it's not about that. It's about sharing different opinions and seeing who can come up with the best opinion, I guess, or the best answer or the best debate. I haven't lost a debate since I was maybe 5 years old.
So it's all lightweight.
Honestly, this whole show is beneath me. But I decided to step down.
You outgrow the pod.
Get your friend, please. He already talking his shit. We are 9 minutes into the pod.
This nigga doesn't outgrow the pod, man. Damn.
Everybody come to see you, Otis.
Hey, Stags, I decided to step off the boat and get on and walk on the water to get to the land to you guys. and you know, we can have this debate.
You know what, man? Hey, man, I'll holler at y'all, man. Y'all be blessed. I'm not doing this bullshit for no damn I'm not doing this.
Let's get this. Whoa!
Wow, Ingrid.
What was that? Hey,
yeah, that's why she. I believe it. I believe it. I could picture her face when I was tell you, put that shit down. We don't need that.
Ingrid, all right with me.
I don't promote domestic violence.
All right with me.
I approve this message.
Hey, Mark.
I'll tell you.
Hey, Mark, remember?
Her back end is strong.
Hey, Mark, remember what that scene in Belly when that's all she wanted.
Watch your ass be on the couch.
Yeah, man. Nas say, all she wanted was sex with his slick ass. But hey, let's go and get go around the table, man, and do some icebreakers, man. Ladies first. Let's start with Becca. What you got for us, Becca?
All right. So if y'all not aware by now, I'm gonna make y'all aware. This whole situation with Cardi B and Tasha K has gotten real deep. So just a little bit of a backstory. Tasha K is a blogger, whatever. She goes online and she talks her shit about hot topics. However, when it came to Cardi B, it seems like there was a bit of a vendetta against her. And she always had a lot of shit to say about Cardi B from the very beginning. This time she was feeling herself a little bit too much and just started talking and started to make stuff up to make the story sound even better, saying that Cardi was a prostitute. We already know Cardi B's story. One thing I like about Cardi B is that she's never lied about her backstory. And she subscribes to, I'm going to tell my truth so you can't hold it against me, right? So she's always been honest about things that she's done in the past. She's never lied about it. She might not tell you everything because not everything is your business. But if you mention it and she discusses it, she'll tell you. So she said that Cardi B was a prostitute, that she was probably on drugs while she was pregnant with Culture, that she had herpes. She was saying all these kind of things on YouTube about Cardi. And it's been like this for years. It's been like this for years. Supposedly Tasha K was getting harassed or whatever, and you know, she might have thought that maybe it was people doing it for Cardi or whatever the case may be. So Cardi B sued her. At this point, it was like, all right, you running your mouth too much. Now it's defamation, and she sued her.
Yep.
Now a lot of people was like, when Cardi B sued her, it was almost like in the beginning, people was like, okay, why are you bullying this little YouTuber? She's not going to be able to pay you any money. At this point, you're using your power. But now, once the story has come out that this girl really did target Cardi won. Cardi won the defamation case. Not only that, she won millions. If I'm not mistaken, she won 1.25 in one part, and then punitive as well, and medical bills. Just total, I think, $3 million that Cardi won.
Yep.
Now, of course, she's going to appeal, right? Of course, she's going to appeal and say, you know, I don't have this money. But whatever the case is, this is a major thing when it comes to media, because we've all known about paparazzi showing up in places and just being all in your space, whatever. And we know that these YouTubers and bloggers go on whatever media site and start lying and you know, embellishing the story. This is the first time ever where the media has actually been on the celebrity side and said, okay, you're right, she said too much. And now she has to pay Cardi $3 million, from my understanding.
You can't just tell lies. You can't just tell lies about somebody because, you know, using your platform to tell lies. You can't do that, right? Now, even if you just like, yo, I think this person is a piece of shit. Okay, that's your opinion. But you can't say, yo, they got herpes. You know what I'm saying? You know, they doing this. They're drug users. They're this and that. I mean, wait a minute. Hold it. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? And Cardi proved that in court. Like, look, this is I took a test. I have no STDs or anything like that, right? I don't have any drug use. You know, this is my baby. You know, I guess everything that goes on in having the baby, all those reports, right? She brought all that to court. Like, this never happened. So you can't just, you know, even if you hate somebody, you can't throw them under the bus like that with lies and then spew that out to the public. You can be sued for that, and that's exactly what happened.
And this is the first time that something like this has ever happened, because celebrities will usually just go on a Twitter rant and talk about this person. This is a lie. This is not true. But Cardi said, I'm going to do it a different way. This time, I'm going to get you where it hurts, which is in your pocket. Just like Ingrid said, she wrote a check her ass can cash. So she
literally and figuratively.
Right. So the warning, and what makes it so important is that Tasha did not take the warning. Cardi hit her with a cease and desist a long time ago and said, "Miss, listen, hush your mouth. I'm giving you a warning right now. If you do not stop, I'm coming for you."
Gave her 3 warnings.
Right.
Gave her 3 cease and desist letters.
Gave her 3
you know what I'm saying? you get what you deserve at that point.
But here's the kicker: her husband went on trial as well and admitted that his wife is a liar.
Damn.
She went and testified that she knew what she was saying was a lie and still did it.
Whatever happened to spousal privilege and shit like that? God damn.
Yeah. You know, she giving all that money back. Whatever she made, all that's coming back. You know what I'm saying?
All that's coming in.
Because it's reported, because once you're on trial for stuff like this, or your business comes out, and some of this stuff is public record. So this particular YouTuber is reported to make about $1 million a year. This is just on you. This is just YouTube. So imagine now, for those that may not know, you have to reach a certain part for YouTube to even acknowledge that your page can be monetized. Then once it gets monetized, do you understand how much views and comments and sharing and engagement that you have to have on a YouTube page to get paid $1 million per year from YouTube? YouTube is not just dishing out checks. They're not giving stimmies just because, right? You gotta really have a following and some type of engagement to make $1 million off of YouTube. So the fact that all of this was done and you ran your mouth about this one particular artist, and I'm sure Cardi's not the only one, but she's the only one that really took her to court about it. And to lose, but not only lose, you have lost money you haven't even gotten yet. So if she is not able to pay this amount, which I'm sure she's not, Cardi can even go to garnishing her wages, which means that she will have to continue to work and will never get a dime of it until Cardi is paid.
I support that.
Yeah,
I support that message, because what you're not going to do is run your mouth about me. And if you're going to run your mouth about me, you better be able to have that checkbook ready. You could talk all that shit, but you better write that check. Cardi said, cut me the check.
Listen here, you can't lie. If you want to talk shit about somebody, that's cool, but you can't lie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's the problem. You can't lie.
What happened with her, she fucked around and found out, because, I mean, it's all fun and games when you think you getting views and shit like that. And those views equate the money in the YouTube world. So, yeah, I'm going to keep going. Fuck the damn cease and desist. And Cardi was like, all right. Hold my bill. You gonna fuck around and find out. She found the fuck out. I hope she's in the fucking poorhouse. You don't go around lying on people and defaming their character. I hope she get all her fucking money took.
Yep. And I like Cardi. I like the fact that Cardi is just open about, sometimes it could be a lot, but one thing I like about Cardi is that from the beginning, she really has been the same. She's like, this is what I've been doing. This is my truth. This is how I am. Her personality has been the same. And one thing about it is that the YouTuber was not only just saying it, but she was cocky about it. She was saying it and like, I can say what I want. This is my page. It's figure of speech. It's just my opinion. Blah, blah. She kept on. And now she got a $50 check.
And back real quick, this is what people really have to understand. Yes, we do have freedom of speech in this country. You can say whatever the fuck it is you want. There is nothing in our Constitution that says freedom of consequences. That's what people really need to realize when they popping shit, because now, I know y'all remember in 2020 when the George Floyd shit was going on and people was losing their fucking job right and left for talking shit on the internet. Yeah, man, no freedom of consequences, man. You got to pay the piper. You can say what you want, though. You can say what you want.
Hey, and guess what? Hey, DJ Academics, I would calm down if I was you, because you do some of the same shit. Trust me, you know what I mean? For one of these rappers, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know what? You know what I mean? You can't find the dude, so I can't put my hands on him. Right. I'm going to just sue him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you'll show up, you know what I mean, to that court. I know that.
Right. Yeah. So that's a good one. That's a good one. So I'm glad she got what she deserved. Hey, stop trying to defame people, man, and just leave people alone. Just leave people alone, man.
Absolutely.
You'll get what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
So Mark, what you got for us, man? What's your icebreaker?
Well, here we go with, you know what I'm saying? I want to keep all the money and I don't want to pay out, right? We are again talking about the UFC. Now, Francis Ngannou, the heavyweight champion, right? He's known all around the world. He was just in, you know what I mean, for the Fast and Furious movie, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, he's a big star, you know, on the fighting stage. Now, they added up all the pay for all the fighters that night. The pay ended up about $3 million. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fought not too long ago. They made $55 million combined, just them two. Every fighter on the card, including Ngannou, made $3 million. I'm like, UFC is big as shit. They make a lot of money. A lot of people buy into them pay-per-views. They stream it, view it, or whatever. I'm like, Dana White, you know what I'm saying? His net worth, you know what I mean? He's like $500 million. He's like close to that. You know what I'm saying? And your fighters get paid pennies. I'm like, man, listen, every time Jake Paul, and I know a lot of people don't like him, but I ride with Jake Paul till the wheels fall off about him calling out Dana White, the head of the UFC, because I'm just like, your fighters are really risking their lives in there. And for them not to get paid no money, I mean, you talking about champions. This ain't no first-time fighter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, UFC, yo, man, mixed martial arts is a dangerous damn sport. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you really could get your head broken, arms broken, and everything else. And I'm like, wait a minute. You got 8 fights on the card, 10 fights on the card, and you telling they just whacking up $3 million? And you know what I mean? But y'all made like $100 million. You know what I'm saying? Off of that UFC part thing alone, you tripping.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So for people like me that don't really know too much about it, what's the difference between that and boxing?
Boxing, those guys get paid. The champions get paid.
So the only difference is the money?
It's a difference. It's still a combat sport, but it's different because I'm just like, you punch, you kick, you know what I mean, you wrestle, you know what I mean, you breaking arms, you breaking legs, you know, whatever you're doing, you know what I mean, to get a man to submit, you know what I mean, or a woman to submit, that's what you're doing, right? Because
I know with boxing there's certain rules, like you can't hit a certain way, you can't hit certain places.
It is like that. I mean, they have rules in UFC too. It's not like a barroom brawl where you can just do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So certain ways, you know, that you could strike a person. There's certain ways you could do this and that. You know what I'm saying? So it's still certain rules, but I'm just saying for the amount of money that this league makes to pay these guys, you know, not much. That's crazy. I'm like, they out here risking their lives.
Why don't he just,
you know? Oh well, he's already looking into it, and he already wants to fight one of the boxing champions. I'm like, for a payday, I'm happy for him. I mean, but fighting one of the champions in boxing, he's going to fight Mike Tyson. No, he's the one, you know what I mean, that wants to fight Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder, the guys who are 1 or 2. I'm like, he's going to get killed. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, for the money, I get it. But I'm just saying, in boxing, though, all the guys who are at the champion level, they have a belt, right? These guys are all millionaires. Every one of them. You can go ahead and check from heavyweight all the way down to welterweight. You know what I'm saying? Junior welterweight or whatever. All those guys are rich. You know what I'm saying? But in UFC, I'm like, you got these events do like $100 million each time they come on, and they throw an event every month. You know what I'm saying? And you telling me, you know what I mean, for y'all $1 billion company and your fighters getting paid peanuts off that billion? That's wild. That's crazy. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, man, I'm like, look, Jake Paul, right? I know a lot of people don't like you, but man, keep calling Dana White out. Keep calling his bitch ass on the carpet. You know what I'm saying? To pay these guys, because I'm just like, you shouldn't have to risk your life, you know, in a professional sport where everybody in the world is watching and you don't get no money. I'm like, there's people in the audience who got more money than the fighters. I'm just like, man, just like, so your average, your doctor or whatever, your average doctor who might make $200,000 a year, he got more than the fighters do. that don't seem right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah. So I was just like, yo, Dana White, get your shit together. You a cheap ass, bitch ass punk. You know what I'm saying? You know, listen, there ain't no defamation of character. That's just how I feel about the dude because he cheap as shit. And you don't do that to your fighters like that. You don't do that.
You got a problem with Dana White.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I have
So
no
his bitch ass, right?
Yeah,
Is that what
man.
you said?
Hey, Jake Paul, keep calling them out. Keep calling them out.
Mark said that with a lot of conviction.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Man,
all right, go ahead, Stacks. What you got?
Stacks.
Well, mine y'all know me. I'm either mine is somber this time. I know it really doesn't seem like it, but it's been 2 years. January the 26th, 2020, man, the day the earth stood still, man. Kobe, his daughter, and we had others that perished in a helicopter accident, man. And when I see Kobe, his pictures, and I mean, it still seems 2 years later that it's just not real, man. Kobe, and the thing is, I think a lot of people were so anticipating what Kobe was going to be after his basketball career because he was a writer. Kobe was a real cerebral dude. His daughter, oh my God, and that hurts me as well. His daughter, she was an up and coming hooper, just like her dad. They were like peas in a pod. But it's been 2 years. We had the homie Rich Nelson on South Carolina Stand Up Monday. He did a Kobe tribute about 2 years ago. But man, I just couldn't. In the Sports Center today, they did a little Kobe tribute, Kobe top 5 moments and stuff like that. But man,
It's still crazy that he's gone.
Yeah, as a lifelong Laker fan, not a LeBron stan, man. Kobe, my favorite player of all time, man, and I still remember well. I'm pretty sure everybody. I mean, that's like a Michael Jackson death or a Prince death, or you remember where you were, what you was doing, and I was in total denial until, most people, came across TMZ first, and then I was with Merv. Like Merv said the other night, like, I'm like, hey man, Kobe passed. I'm like, dude, chill the fuck out, man. That's TMZ, man. They always fucking shit up.
Yeah.
And the Pro Bowl was on as well, and I'm. We're looking at we're flipping the check. Of course, you're trying to get them sources to make sure slowly but surely those reports start coming and started confirming it. And man, 2 years later, and it still just seems unbelievable, man.
Yeah, and aren't they still going against Vanessa for certain things?
The crash photos and the police and all that. Yeah, because
I think
because they were reckless. The cops.
I think she sued TMZ. I think she might have sued some police stations and stuff like that.
But they were trying to make her prove that she was in distress.
Yeah, I mean, because they didn't want to pay out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
They were trying to. She was saying about her mental health. You know what I'm saying? Not only just the pictures, but just the situation itself. And they were trying to have her present evidence that she went to go see a psychologist or go see somebody. They want her to prove that this particular situation was traumatic for her.
Okay, so you gotta prove to somebody that you're in stress. I mean, you're in distress if you lose your husband and your daughter at the same time. Like, I mean,
and the pictures of it have been taken by people who just want to be there, and it's all over the news. And people have lied, and they talk shit about you being married to this man since the beginning, and you have 100 million of his kids, and you've been there since the beginning. And yes, that's what the people do. Yes.
Wow. But shout out to Kobe, shout out to his daughter, shout out to everybody that perished that day, man. And it's good to see a lot of the young guys that just they gravitate. Some of the young players, man, they grew up on Kobe, and a lot of them are just you remember Mark, John, with a lot of these players were like they were done when they find out, like, Kyrie, Kyrie like just left, and they had to find that motherfucker after Kobe died.
Yeah, it was a surreal, like, for me, it was surreal because I got the call in the morning. You know what I mean? My man Hollywood E, who's out in LA, you know what I'm saying? And, him him and Kobe, you know, was real cool. My man Kev, real cool. I knew Kobe, but I'm like they really were, you know, kind of close to him. And I got the call, you know what I'm saying? And it was like nothing really was confirmed because it wasn't even a national story or nothing like that. It was just like local, like, yo, a helicopter that might have had Kobe on it crashed. That's how the local news in LA was reporting, right? My homie Hollywood, he lives like in the neighborhood over from Kobe. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he like took me 15 minutes to go to the house or whatever. And he was just like, I just wanted to tell you before you hear from anybody else. And he like, I don't really even know what's happening. But it was just wild because we was just really on the phone, we weren't really talking much. We were just, it was like almost in disbelief and nothing was being reported. And I'm just getting on my phone, hitting refresh and all of that. And I'm like, he told me the station. He was like, yo, Channel 5. And I'm hitting Channel 5. But Channel 5 ain't really saying nothing on the internet. They might have just reported it live or whatever. So, I mean, that was crazy. And I think another thing that's crazy for me is the place that Kobe, when he came home, he got his cheesesteaks from Larry's. Going into Larry's is weird because that's where Kobe would come home and hold court. He'd make a call, you know what I mean, to a couple people and be like, yo, I'm be here having cheesesteaks. Yo, tell all the guys, man, come through, and Larry's be packed. But, you know, and we just talking hoops, talking life, you know what I mean? You know, but Kobe always kind of was like a serious guy, and he always knew what was going on with everybody, right? You know what I mean? Whether he knew you well, whether he knew you a little bit, it's like he kept tabs on guys here, right? So, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, he would just go around the room and just like, yo, what's happening with this? You supposed to be starting this. What's happening with that? You know what I'm saying? It'd be, you know, like that. Like, but, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, it's still surreal to me because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even like going to Larry's now, right? But my mom be wanting the cheesesteak sometimes, so I go get a cheesesteak. But if it feels surreal just going in there because they still have the video board and they have the pictures up and everything, but it feel like he gonna walk in there. That's when you walk in there, it feel like, you know what I'm saying, he going, like, you walk in there on Saturday, like he gonna walk in there like, oh, the Lakers playing the Sixers tonight. You know what I mean? For real, he gonna walk in there. It still feel like that. So it's just a wild feeling because you still think, you know what I mean, feel like he's around, like his presence is around. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I like RIP to Kobe, GG, everybody on me on that chopper. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, man, you know, those from everything, the stories that I read about everybody on the chopper, you know what I mean? Those were some good people, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, some great stories about all of them. So rest in peace to all of them.
Plane crashes always get me to a space. You know, I've never spoken to anybody who has had like a near-death experience or anything like that. But you just think about those last moments while you're on a plane as it's going down, and I think of Gigi and how scared she must have been, and just like when you realize you're on a plane and it's plummeting, and you're like, oh my God, what do I do? Those kind of, when I hear those things, it's always just a frightening thing to think about. Like even with the Lee, I thought about it, brought me back to that too, because that's the only other person I know that has died in a plane crash like that. And then you hear all the stories about something went wrong, right? They shouldn't have been in the air. He was flying in the wrong space. It might have been too heavy. The weather wasn't right. You think about all these other things that mean really nothing, because when it's your time, right? But those situations, you always start to think about, like, damn, when you know, it's nothing like losing a spouse, losing a child, right? But at the same time together, as close as they were, me being a daddy's girl, like all those things that you think of, like I could just imagine that feeling. And unfortunately for Vanessa to still have not gotten any relief from the public in regards to it is really, honestly, fucked up. It's really bad.
No doubt.
So thank you guys for the downer.
Hey man, we go where we go with this shit. You know how we go. We go. We go.
We are dual. It's called duality.
Absolutely.
We go with this shit.
We can talk about anything.
Yeah,
At least I'm consistent.
Yeah, rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace to all of those people that lost their lives. When I heard about it, that's the first thing I thought about was with the child, man. Kobe, to be honest, Kobe was an afterthought for me. I was like, please don't let that child be with him. That was my first initial, that was my first initial thought. Again, no disrespect to Kobe, rest in peace, but my mom is straight to the child.
His daughter was always with him. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, because I knew his daughter's always with them. They're always traveling. And my thought process went directly to that baby. I was like, please don't let that child be with him. Please don't. And sure enough, it was. And I remember I grabbed my little girl and I hugged my little girl. And I was like, damn. It's just that how it hit me. It hit me just that way. Again, Kobe was an afterthought. It was more about the child being involved in that, man. So that was the tough part for me. But again, rest in peace, Kobe. Man. His energy is definitely missed in the NBA, man. I was watching one of those, those clips that they had, those Nike commercials, when he was just saying stuff like "do more," like ask Kobe, do more. Like it was just, dude was so talented. It's sad because I didn't appreciate Kobe until the latter part of his years. And when you start seeing the latter part of his years, that's when you start appreciating how great of a basketball player and a person and a competitor that he was. You know what I mean?
So that commercial, Kanye was like, but I'm the best.
Yeah.
Do more.
Kanye was like, what's he talking about?
What the fuck is Kobe Bryant talking about?
Right. I love that commercial, man. But man, rest in peace to Cole, man. Rest in peace to Cole. Yo, so I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit. I'm gonna lighten it up, man.
You're 23.
That means I lied about my age. That means I broke NCAA regulations. That's gonna fuck up my opportunity in the draft. That means I gotta tell them what I know. But I didn't lie. You did! You lied! You lied!
See? Bitch, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yo, man, check this out. Check this out. I'm sorry, but I know y'all love this show. I love this show for entertainment, for real.
It's entertainment.
Let's call it what it is, man. Let's call it. Let's stop beating around the bush. Let's stop talking like this show is the best thing on TV right now. Let's pick it apart real quick. I know, my guys Merv and Tayson, they did their thing last night and they did a recap. And I'm telling you, man, the fact that people are making memes and making these clips about it tells you what's going on. Fifth, if you ever get a chance to watch us, if you ever hear this from somebody, look, we're coming from a place of love. It's time to look for a better group of writers and some more actors. That was Tyler Perry-ish. Just what we just saw, that was Tyler Perry-ish.
That shit was funny.
I mean, but here's the thing with Howard, right? And I mean, especially, after you got past maybe the first couple seasons, right? Because it was a serious show. But then, it was like, even though they were trying to be serious, right? You started finding comedy in the show, in Power, right? And with Power 2, I could find comedy in every episode that I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be some funny shit. Like, that scene at the dinner table, it was just some funny shit that went on, right? Like, I mean, first after you get past the shock, right? But Lorenzo was just getting hit like blow after blow after blow. Like, what? Like, what does she mean? Like, I'm crying. I'm crying watching Lorenzo. Crying.
What the fuck is she talking about, Lil?
Yo, Rizzo, he was in daze. He was looking around like, Mark, the sad thing about the reason why it was funny because the acting was so subpar. It was like the worst dramatization you can find on TV. Like, that's what made it funny. Because
I'm like, man,
Kane was like Amy said, Kane was like, "Oh, I'm not the oldest." Like, nah, she just said you're not the oldest. Like,
that But that,
some dumbass
that's what I
questions.
said to y'all earlier. Like every character gave the perfect response. With a type of dude like Kane, in a situation like that, he wouldn't think about the lie. He wouldn't think about nothing. His first thought would to be to think about himself. Be like, wait, so I'm not the oldest? Like,
Well, not only that, Kane, when she said something, when Monet said something about Diana fucking Tariq, like he was like, I knew he was gonna let the nigga hit. Like, why is it important right now?
That's not even the point right now.
I mean, but here's the thing though, right? It's like, to me, you know, and people are talking about it, but I'm like, they pushed Diana to react that way because they were just coming at her like, okay, y'all mean for this? What y'all? This how we doing it? Okay, I'm about to blow this whole shit up.
It was in the script.
Like, I ain't mad at Diana for that. I'm not. I'm sorry. Bro. I'm just like, man, because they really was pushing her, right? She gave him a chance to calm down. That's just like, yo, when somebody, picking on you, just like, listen, man, I really don't want to fight you, but if you keep pushing me, I'm saying it's going to be more than whatever you thought it was going to be, and that's exactly what they did. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was pushing her.
In my opinion,
like, we missing a point. Let's get to the real point. We missing a point that Lorenzo, at all of that, all he could say is you should leave. Like, and dude said you should
What is he talking about?
Like, yo,
and the father,
he's sitting there like, who's the daddy? Like, he's looking.
Well,
like,
let me tell you something. If Diana ain't dropped that birth certificate on that table like it was a drawer for, I was like,
yo, this
Mark.
You
couldn't tell her she had 8. You couldn't tell her she wasn't making 10 books in spades. Like,
you dropped that shit like you dropped that shit like she was running a Boston.
Dude, right.
Like
I literally shook my head when I saw that. I was disgusted. I was I felt rejected. I felt bamboozled because I thought about Mark in that situation. I said, how is Mark assessing this scene right about now?
Mark was loving every minute of it.
I was like, how is Mark assessing this scenario right now as this is going on? Because when she put it down, the dude was like it's a 4-year gap. I'm like, my mind shifted really quick to logic, right? Logic.
No, Zeke, you're 23.
Right. And he's looking at like, no, I'm not 23.
And this nigga was like, what you talking about, auntie?
What's wrong day?
What's happening?
Auntie.
Somebody said, yo, man, when Zeke find out Monet is Mary J. Blige, he gonna lose it again.
Mark. And the sad thing about it is 50 went on and said this was one of his best episodes, as if this was one of the best written episodes. And I'm like, either he's trolling or the people are starting to say, because again, going back to Becca's original question at the very beginning, look, I'm not trying to incriminate anybody or what they watch, but there's a certain group that watches Power versus a group that watches Snowfall, right? I like to think that those who watch Snowfall, I ain't gonna get into that, but anyhow, people love Power because of weird reasons. I love Power.
You're invested. At this point, we're invested. It's like you want to know what happens next because you've been watching it from the beginning.
You got to think.
Wrong directions, but you're still gonna get there.
Think about it. We're 6 seasons. We got 6 seasons of Power, right? We're on the second season of Power Book 2. We just had the first season of Power Book 3, and now we're about to come up with, for the first season of Power Book 4 with Tommy, right? So you really have 10 seasons in. Like, you can't just be like, you know what, I ain't watching it. I watched 10 seasons, I'm done. You in it. You in it.
I did that with The Walking Dead.
When did Power start? Power
we're in too deep. We're in too deep right now. Like, honestly, we're
there. Yeah, come on. That's like them people who like Harry Potter or whatever. They in it. They in it for life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. Fast and Furious. Listen, I'm locked in. And I said F9 was trash repeatedly, right? But I'm locked in. I'm in. I can't get out.
The first season
I can't do it.
2014. 2014 was when Power first. Power season 1, episode 1
Yeah.
Right, we're in 2022. At this point, I'm gonna watch the rest of it because I don't think gave you too many years. Okay,
you just in it. This is like a marriage that has its ups and downs. Like this is what it is. You know what I mean? We in it. We can't do anything. You know, we're not divorcing. We're not divorcing.
Right. It's up and it's stuck.
Hey, Zeke be like 2014. That's not the right year. That's what's wrong with
Oh my goodness, Sean. I just got live. Wait, I got live footage of something. I'm gonna put it up in a minute. Give me one second.
Because I want to see Tyreek get clipped at some point.
Everybody has their reasons. Like Sean, like, listen, I might have to wait all the way till season 5 till this happens.
Right.
But I gotta watch it, you know what I mean, to see if it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it. Nothing you can do.
Right. What is Becca doing?
That's me, my bad.
Hey, don't get us clipped, Becca. Don't get us clipped.
I'm about to put something on here.
Please don't get us clipped.
Nah, you good.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Sheesh.
You know, because I don't know, that program Sean be running be slick. You know what I mean? He be knowing how to maneuver. Because I remember when he first told me about it. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, yo. I'm like, man, Becca, you might have to do something right there.
No, I'm good over here. I want to put something on the screen.
Yeah, just put a picture. You know what I mean? You know. Yeah, but shout to 50 though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout to 50. Man.
Shout to 50. He gave us 10 seasons of power, and then we got a season of BMF on top of that. That was just like icing on the cake. Thanks.
I forgot about BMF. I like it. What's this new one that he has coming out?
I don't know.
I seen the previews of it.
You got Tommy joint. That's all I know. That's coming up.
Force.
Yeah. Force is coming.
Yeah, there's another one too that he got.
I'm looking forward to Force. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think when Force comes, and I think it's all going to come full circle for Ghost. I do think that Force is going to start dropping some pieces. And this is only if Ghost is still alive in some capacity. I think they're going to wait till they get through with Force. Then they're going to circle back to book 2, season 3 or whatever. And you're going to start seeing this whole plan that Ghost been orchestrating behind the scenes going to come to fruition.
Hey.
Listen, the guy got a will at every step of the way. The will is evolving. All right,
hey.
The will is evolving at every step.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Here's the thing that's crazy. Every time for Elvin shows up, right, it's bad news for Tariq. Every time he show up to talk, I'm like, oh shit, he about to hit Tariq with some more bad news, which I know Sean is always happy about when he do show up. Like, yes, Elvin's here. Die, Tariq.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Elvin's gonna say, look. I want Elvin to put the burner out and just get Tariq right there on the spot.
I think it would have been a nice touch if when Tariq read that letter from Ghost, if it would have been in Ghost's voice. That's what I wanted.
Right. But see, somebody made a point, and I don't want to get into this rabbit hole, but somebody made a point. They said that Tariq has seen the ghost of everybody so far, but he hasn't seen a ghost of Ghost. Like, you know, in the Power series, they always like a look back, like they're talking to a ghost. Like he already talked to.
He already talked to 50. Yeah, he be talking to 50. Right? I think he talked to Raina as well.
Right. So in this episode coming up, as you can see the preview, he's talking to the professor and he's talking to the lady who just killed herself. So he's talking to different people, right? But somebody made a point. They said he's never had a conversation with the person you would think by this time would have popped up to him in a ghost figure, like the other shows that showed. I thought that was right. Explosion.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that tells me that Ghost is lingering around. He's in the background pulling the strings, and I'm hoping that he comes back and body Tariq.
You really need to let that go, man.
All right, cool.
He's invested. You know what I mean? For real, we understand. You know what I'm saying? We understand. Yeah, we invested. We about 10. We 10 seasons in.
The whole
10 seasons in the power.
Like even he's even what his name? Even Tariq said he was like, damn, he wrote all of this. It made me think like, yeah, he wrote all of this. Like, now it's an adoption.
He's dead, Sean.
We'll see. I like, you know. Yeah. I like, man, you know. I like it's TV. TV will bring you back to life. Like seriously, you know.
Yeah.
I just like, especially with this series, because you don't never know what's going to happen. Now, other shows, when you die, you just die. Like when Omar died in The Wire, he was dead. You know what I mean? Wasn't no coming back. He just
Did y'all have
You know what I'm saying?
to come back like Crisis and shit like that?
Nah, yeah, I mean we seen the gunshot to the head. I mean we don't think he's getting
that right.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't think man boy, I mean he got killed. We didn't think wasn't happening. You know what I mean? Like, nah, you know, the more serious the show when somebody died, they just die. You know what I'm saying? But Power provides some comic relief, so that way, you can kind of spin this thing, to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? He might maybe I think it'd be good for people who still want to see him like Sean that don't believe that he's dead. For him to come back in a flashback. I think that'll be dope. Or even maybe his voice, but he's dead. He's dead, y'all.
Well,
he's gone.
hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, either way it go, we in it. You know what I mean? We in it, and ain't nobody even asked out yet. Yeah, everybody I talk to, they in the season just like I am.
Yeah, we invested now.
We in it. We in it.
Yeah,
some of us
you can do
for the wrong reason, like Sean.
We in it. Listen, you know what I'm saying?
This nigga is the only reason he's still watching Power is to see Tariq get killed, and part 2 see Ghost come back.
Well, Sean likes when anything happens to Tariq. Because Tariq, I think, has been punched in the face like 3 different times. So Sean enjoyed those scenes. Those are his favorite scenes.
Those are my favorite scenes. It was. Yeah, I agree. Like, honestly, when I see Tariq, I'm like, man, that's a kid I will slap. Like, I would rough him up a little bit. I won't hurt him, I just rough him up a little bit, like kick him in the ribs and kick him a little bit.
Sean is so violent.
Why?
What is the reason?
You need to go see somebody about that.
We talked about this. He got his man. Let's move on, man.
Right.
He is not running anything. This is manufactured.
He's getting a lot of people killed ever since
Franklin. He's getting people killed. Franklin saying
that part.
A lot of people killed.
I was slapped.
Yeah, Zeke does need to be slapped. Zeke be on the spectrum. Zeke
is definitely missing a chromosome.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to tell you, Zeke like one of them African basketball players that enter the NBA. They say they 19, but they really about 28. Yeah. That's Zeke. You know what I mean? Really?
That's Zeke.
Really? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this the last time because we got Tina, we got Tayson in the background about to come on. I'm gonna say this the last time. There's a 4-year gap with this guy. With his
that's a lot of years.
That's a lot of years. That's a lot. How can you look?
But the thing is, it's real life basketball players that this actually happened to that got to play in the NBA.
A 4-year gap, Mark.
Hey, listen, hey man, no disrespect, no disrespect to Bol, but they said he was 18 when he started playing. Then they started, we can't really find his age, and and that boy I think is 25, and that's where it started going around that he's 25. That's how he slid in the draft.
That nigga had trailer classes. That's what he had.
Oh yeah, he never. Yeah, but the bell
he ain't do regular classes. I'm like,
not at all.
No, it's facts.
Hey man,
to go to the next class. This what he was the whole time.
Hey man, it was
with that same face.
But it was a school. No, it was a school. It was a school in Philly where the school won the city championship, but they found out the guy who played for him, the star, was 21. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they had to vacate all the championship and all the wins or whatever, because he was 21.
I was on recruiting duty for the Marine Corps. This kid was in Orangeburg, South Carolina. I call him a man child, and because this kid, he told me he was 18,
right?
And he kept saying he's always say something like, "Lord, please forgive me." He was like, "The weatherman said it's on Saturday." I said, "What are you talking like?" I don't know why he was talking like that, right? He was like, "The weatherman said on Saturday." I said, "What are you talking about?" I named him man child because this kid was like 6'3", 6'4", beard, but he was like he said he was 18. His mom said he was 18. You know what I mean? But he would always say some weird stuff like Sergeant Johnson, the other man said I was gonna song tonight. I said, what do you? I said, that's like he talk to me. So I knew that he knew that he's not 18, but I had to go by what he said because anybody who talk like that instead of they're 18 years old and his mom is saying the same thing, I was like, yo, something is wrong. I said all that to say this: Zeke know that there's nowhere in the world that he's that a 4-year gap. A 4-year gap is a big time. Look at Merv. Stacks grew up with Merv. All right. Merv looked like he was 35 when I first met him. And that was like almost 10 years ago. So, but he knows his age. He looks it. He looks every bit of it. He looked the same age for like the past 10 years. Zeke talking about, oh, I didn't lie, you lied. Like, no, man.
Hey, y'all, look this. This is what I was talking about live footage.
On my drive.
Just now. Look.
Yeah. I gotta tell her everything. I gotta tell her what I know.
Man, let's move. Let's move on, man. Let's move
yeah,
on.
we got to. You know what I mean? We stay on this all night.
I know, man. Tayson text me Sunday night. He said, man, this show was getting real, man. Like he was excited. He said, man, this show was getting real. I can't believe Zeke is he's 23. I was like, no, it's fictional. It's not happening. But Tayson was all into it, man. So let's bring Tayson and Tina on, man, and get with the shits, man.
All right. Yeah, we ain't doing Merv and Tayson part 2. Yeah, I mean, we ain't doing that shit. That's
real
too much.
Somebody still think Ghost is still alive.
Yeah, I do.
You do, Tina?
Yeah, I'm a Ghost fan. Hard body.
So that you and Sean need to let that shit go for real. That
let it ride.
We Ghost fans, we Dallas fans.
Yeah.
You can let that go too.
You can really let that go.
Why? Die-hard fan ain't gonna switch up.
And both Ghost and Dallas are dead right now. So I mean, yeah, we go move on.
Hey, does Washington have a team?
I know they're trash. Your team the one who living in delusion. I know exactly who Washington is.
My bad, man. Yo, let's get with the shits, man. Let's do some debates, everybody. Let's chop it up. All right. Let's keep it within reason. Let's not get crazy. Let's not, disrespect, because I know everybody got strong. Everybody over here are like alphas, right? So let's not get crazy. If I start beating y'all in this debate, if my points are stronger than y'all, don't take it personal. It is what it is.
Okay, Sean.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just always remember this, Sean. There's a way that you see yourself, and there's a way that other people see you.
That's right. You're right.
Right.
Right. So thank you for that, Tayson. Thank you for that, Stacks. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I'm here for you. Shit.
Damn. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We have again. We have a myriad of different debates.
That word again.
And let's not use the word debate the whole night. Let's talk about discussion. Let's just give our opinions on these things that's out there, and just give the pros and cons.
Nah, let's debate, nigga. You came on here real spicy, talk about you like we're beneath you. Nah, we want the smoke.
Yeah, this is beneath me.
Be debated.
She called you spicy.
Let's get it. Those of you who are watching in the comments, please share your thoughts and opinions too. So let's go at it. What we got first?
All right, what we got first is this. Boom. Does marriage matter anymore? Are people still looking to get married, or they want to be hoes the rest of their life?
Get right to it.
Why you gotta be one or the other though? Here
we go. I'm gonna start it off. If you're not married, you single. Fuck all that. That's my boyfriend. That's my fiance. That's my wifey. That's my rib. All that shit. If you ain't married, you're single.
Not the rib. Not the rib.
That's not Brooklyn.
You gotta remember.
Either you married or you smoes out here. Like,
hey, Cutco, turn that Brooklyn shit down for a second. God, you real animated. So turn that shit down, son. Real life. Word to my mama.
Son. Sean came on here real spicy, like Froggy and leaping and shit. So I'm with the smoke. You go first. What you think?
I got to hear the novices first. Let me hear Tayshaun and the Mark first.
Wow.
Novice. Nigga, what?
He already was married. Though.
I was already married, so all right, been through that.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Right, that's why I wanted to hit Tayshaun first. I want to hit
I
Tayshaun.
do want to. Yeah, Tayshaun would have a really interesting take on this.
Yeah.
Does marriage? Yeah, I think it matters. Yeah, because I would definitely get married again. Yeah, that would. Yeah, matter definitely. To me, it matters. Yeah, it do. But I'm hold up. But I'm gonna agree with Becca though. If you ain't married, you single.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean that's normally what happens.
No, not.
I don't know if I see it like
in
that.
what regard? Hold on. In what regard, though? In what regard? What do you mean by that? Like, if you're not married, you're single. What do you mean by that?
I think because you're still trying to look. No, go ahead.
Well, this is where I got that I've heard people say that, and then some. I always like, okay, yeah, you're a hater because don't nobody want to marry your ass. But then I thought about it, right? When until you are married, let's say God forbid something happens with you, and let's say you go to a bank, right? You got somebody that's with you. You've been with them for a couple years, right? You go to the bank.
I know you're going with that. Yeah.
You go to the bank. You go open up a bank account. On the part where it says relationship status, there's no fiance. There's no I'm somebody's wifey. There's no that's my boo thing. There's no sneaky link box to check. It's single, married, divorced, right? Maybe, right? There's no other box to check. When you decide to go to tell somebody, describe somebody to whomever, right? You could say boyfriend, you could say girlfriend, you could say fiance or whatever. Somebody gonna be like, "Are you married on paper?" No, then it's not real. It's just a token of love that you give the person. When you go to put anything, medical records, right? You have, unless you are physically married, like on paper, you're still single. Until you are physically married on paper, anywhere you go, you will check the single box. So that's why people say you're not, you're single until you're married.
No,
there's no other box to check.
But that's just in the eyes of the law, though. So I don't know if I fully agree with that statement, because you got people that are together, living together. Oh, you got the common law thing. I mean, if you
the common law thing, y'all just been together.
Get deep into it. Some state laws recognize common law. And there have been instances where you had common law wives or husbands that went to court over the deceased estate. So
but that's not every
reason.
State, every state does not honor.
Yeah, I know, but you're saying
he's talking about the certain states, though. I see what that's saying.
You're saying if you're married, you're single. It doesn't. All those rules. The rules don't apply. And the thing is, I was going to say that's just in the eyes of the law, but at the same time, in the eyes of the law, you can be not married like on paper and still be considered common law based on how long you live together in the same place.
I agree with that.
I agree with Stacks on that, because if you even go back and think about, you have some technical difficulties for what it looked like. If you go back and look at the, back in the day when there was a shacking up, back then people didn't really get married like that. They their marriage was really based on them just living together. They probably got married later on in life as far as making it official. But for the most part, back then they used to just shack up for years. I mean, it was like, yo, that's my wife, that's my husband, or whatever. And I'm talking about these are older people back then. They just didn't like really go and do the traditional marriage thing. But eventually they went and did the courthouse thing. But that was that. So I don't know if I agree with the whole notion of if you're not married, you're single, especially with those who were shacking up with the, like Stack said, with the intent to one day, once that, I guess when that it's a 10-year stack or 15 years, something like that. Once they hit that threshold,
it depends on the state.
It depends on the state. Once they hit that threshold, now they are, by law married by that time. And some of them just did it that way. Some people just didn't feel the need to go through I don't want to use the word hassle, but go through the rigors of making it official, because you had to go down to the courthouse, you had to do this, you had to do that. A lot of them didn't do that. You know what I mean? They knew that person was their spouse because they lived together, because they've been together, but they didn't want to go through the rigors to make it official on paper.
You know who did that? Yandy did that. Yandy and Mendices went through that because Mendices went to jail for all his stuff. So they had a whole wedding on TV that was not real because she did not want to sign papers because she would have been responsible for all of the stuff that he stole what he went to jail for.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. So Yandy and I'm not sure if it's like that now because they got remarried in Dubai. So I'm not sure if that particular marriage is on paper. But the marriage that we saw on Love and Hip Hop that was all beautiful and pretty was fake as hell.
Damn.
Fake. They were not legally married on paper because she did not sign the marriage certificate. Because if she did, then she would have been financially responsible for everything that he went to jail for. Not only that, she owns businesses. All his baby mamas could have came for her money.
Wow.
So she did not sign no papers, so that way she would not be responsible financially for all of his illegal endeavors.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's smart though. That's smart though. That's smart.
All right, but here's the thing.
I think it matters
right?
though. I think it does matter though, marriage though.
But think about like, does marriage matter anymore? I'm like, you still got to get there. Like, I think, you know what I'm saying? When they be like, yo, either you married or you single, I'm like, well, how the hell you get to married? You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you know what I mean? You got to get to know somebody, you know, before you come to that kind of commitment. I mean, some people might do it quick. Like, yeah, man, I got billed 4 days later. Yo, we was married. I'm like, all right, that's y'all. I wouldn't make a move like that. You know what I'm saying?
She got married 2 weeks after she met her husband. They got married in 2 weeks. They've been
married.
Hey,
some people be doing that. I'm just saying, I'm like, yo, I couldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, 4 days? Like, damn, it's a lot I don't really know. Like, that's quick. But I'm going to say like this, though. Does it matter? I think, you know, if you into her yet, or you in the
You think it's subjective? You think it's up to the person?
Yeah, you know, like I'm just saying, it's at least for as far as what I see, it's a lot of bullshit marriages. Like it just is. Like it's just a lot of it's a lot of bullshit out there. I'm like, even the proposal, even the rings they giving them, I'm like, damn, it wasn't no thought in that. I'm like, everybody ran to K Jewelers and got that same ring, homie. Everybody got that same joint.
Don't be hating.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But like, yo, it's no thought about it. It ain't nothing. It's like, oh yeah, I just did it because, like, that's why you got married. You did it because it ain't no love there. Like, yo, man, she ride out, or you know what I mean? She the one for me. She hold it down. It ain't nothing. It's just, yo, let me just go to K Jewelers. You know what I mean? You know, hit her with that same proposal, you know what I mean, that everybody else do on New Year's or some bullshit like that, or Valentine's Day or whatever. Oh, we married. Like, yo, that marriage ain't gonna last. Like, you know, because you already talking shit about her and you ain't even get married yet. Like, she be nagging me, boy. Like, she be nagging me, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I can't even hang out with my boys. Like, dude, what you think? You get married. You know what I mean? What you think? You ain't gonna be able to hang out like we hang out, dog. You gotta go home. You know what I'm saying?
You're not shackled if you married. Stop that. You're not shackled.
You know what
I'm
I don't
just
like?
saying, no, I'm not saying shackled, but I'm just saying, yo, like
your mood's gonna
there's some
change.
boys who I know who are married, right? And it's like, man, they might get that whatever night out they get or whatever, right? And I'm just like, all right, I'll catch y'all later. Like, I'm done for the night. Like, yo, but the after hours is open and this open. I'm like, dude, just because you got your one night out or whatever, don't mean I'm staying out. Like,
pretty much.
They really trying to hang. Like, yo, let's hit all the old spots we used to. Let's do it. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm going home. You know what I'm saying?
What I don't like is people watch other people's marriages and say, oh, I don't never want to get married. Why you feel like your marriage gonna be like this person's marriage? They are them.
Right.
So why you feel like, oh, I'm gonna end up in a divorce? I'm gonna do this. Oh, their life is boring. Why are you looking at their life and not your own life and how you want your marriage to be? Why you gonna let somebody else's marriage dictate your future or change your mindset? Just because they dealing with bullshit don't mean you gonna deal with bullshit. You do that shit single, but you still gonna deal with bullshit. It just don't gotta be that bullshit.
Right. All right, cool.
No, I agree with that, because I remember when I was on recruiting duty, I had like 3 of my recruiters is going through a divorce at the same time. I was planning in the middle of planning my wedding at that time. And everybody in my office, all three of those guys in my office was going through a divorce.
Hey, y'all think it's wild in the civilian sector, man. Marriage, I want to say them percentages. It's like it's 50-50 overall. It's probably 75% as far as military. Shit's wow.
Cause y'all be gone so long.
Well, but that and a lot of other things.
A lot of options. You guys have options and time to spare.
Be honest, Becca. Believe it or not, it's a lot of times it's the those guys when they go on deployments, they leave them girls back, their wives back, and they don't be faithful. It's more infidelity on the female side, on the woman's side, than it is on the male side in the military. Believe it or not,
absolutely.
Because those guys, they sometimes, I don't want to get into this whole topic, but those guys normally young troops, they get women from other countries sometimes that trying to get over here anyhow, right? That plays a big factor into that. Some of them get younger women because these guys are very young when they get married. They're like 18, 19 when they get married. A lot of those guys get, I think 80% or 70% got married after their first year in the military.
They got married at 18?
18. It was a common thing. You got to the point where
that's fucking like hell no.
Yeah.
18 though, you know what I mean? I'm like, but see, Sean, you know what I mean? For you, it's different, man. You know your wife since forever. You know what I'm saying? So you already knew, like, if I ain't married to her, I know, that's gonna happen. That's different. But I'm like, these motherfuckers, you know what I mean, just fresh out the damn pond. You know what I'm saying? Meet a chick. Oh yeah, let's get married. Like the fuck? You ain't even live.
But that's the point. Those guys, they get turned out quick because think about these they're kids, right? This is going to be in the military. They don't make their adult shit. They're like 17, 18 years old, and they go overseas or go to a different state or whatever, and they make something different, like wide nose, wide open. They can't handle it. That's like a guy from school that you saw in school. Like, man, he ain't doing nothing. You know, nobody pay him no attention. He put a uniform on it. Everybody pay him attention. He goes nuts. So
he can't believe it. He can't even believe. He can't believe all like, they coming at me. You know what I mean? I'm wearing this uniform all day.
And Mark, and those guys, they ain't test driving. They gonna go in the car lot and they gonna pick the first thing they see because they ain't used to it.
So I'm gonna drop
I've had soldiers that would pop up like, "Hey, I got married yesterday." I'm like, "What the fuck is you talking about, bro? Do some fucking push-ups because you fucking stupid." I'm a dead. Marry that fucking ground down there and do some fucking push-ups.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, well, let's move on to this one. Is owning a business the way to go? What y'all think about people who decide to say, "Y'all 9-to-5s ain't shit. I'm gonna own my business and work for myself"?
Man, please, you know what I mean? If you don't have a mindset to grind, you know what I mean? Your business ain't gonna be shit no way. Like,
big fact.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Big
like, man, however you get your paper is however you get your paper.
Get your paper.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't hate on the next person.
I ain't knocking nobody. However they get their papers, I'm like, listen, the only part I worry about, like, are you harming somebody to get it though? You know what I mean? You beating somebody over the head or shooting at them and shit like that.
Always gotta.
If you ain't doing nothing like that, but what I'm saying is, if you ain't doing nothing like that, you know what I mean? Then I don't care how you get it. That's like, I mean, a chick, you know what I'm saying? Like a chick, I mean, or a stripper or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And, whatever. Like, she getting a paper. Like, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck how she gets it. Just go get it. Huh?
Are strippers entrepreneurs?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They gotta come up. Matter of fact, you know what I mean? I'm glad we talked about this. I'm glad we talked about that marriage thing before, because I'm like this, like with a stripper, you know what I mean? A lot of their best clients is dudes who is married, and they be giving them all the bread. I'm like, do you?
Man, listen, shout out to everybody who do own their own business. But I just hope that during the pandemic, everybody has realized that even though you own your own business, have a plan B. Because even if I own my own business, I'm still gonna have some type of 9-to-5 job, even if it's a part-time or something. I need to get employed somewhere for backup, just in case some shit like this happen again.
right? Or you got to have a business that's gonna be able to sustain itself in any type of situations, because people have businesses that plummeted during the pandemic because their business required contact, or their business requires some type of interaction with their customers that you cannot get if you're not in person, or that you're not able to
even
get.
the people who got creative, they started making masks. Shout out to them.
Right.
The business was booming for the masks. Okay, and then they started leather masks, Gucci masks, blinging it out. They got real creative. That people started sewing, but they never know how to sew before. So shout out to them.
The true hustlers will always rise. The true hustlers will always rise.
I'm with Mark as far as it. I don't think it should matter how somebody's getting their paper, because people that got businesses, they be on Facebook talking about, oh, you gotta ask your boss. You got a boss, you gotta ask them for a day off. And out of the other side, out of the other side of their mouth, they bitching and complaining about people not supporting them. Probably because you shitting on, but I ought to buy anything from you if you shitting on the motherfucker that got a 9 to 5. And you got
it's my 9 to 5 money you want me to spend on your business.
Right.
So don't talk shit about that. If you want me to spend my money I get from my 9 to 5 on your dirty ass mask, like I can't get a bunch of masks anywhere.
On the flip side of that, if you do have a 9 to 5, don't be shitting on people out there that's doing their thing as far as the business. I mean, like Mark said, if regardless, if as long as you're not hurting anybody or whatever to get your money, it really shouldn't matter. But yeah, that's my take on it. I mean, it's to each his own. To be perfectly honest, whatever your preference is. But I mean, I just see people. I see more small business owners shitting on people that got 9 to 5s than people with 9 to 5 shitting on small business owners. And
but here's the thing: say
businesses that are stressed the hell out. Like I know a lot of my friends who have their own businesses or that do something in the beauty world, and they're able to maneuver that, and they are stressed the hell out. You can say all the shit you want about a 9 to 5, but yes, I may have to request a day off or may have to figure out when I'm taking my lunch break. But when I clock out, I'm all the way out. I don't have to worry about my business once I hit that time clock. You own your own business, you thinking about that shit all the time. You can't go on vacation because you think about what money you losing. You have to figure out if you can sell enough to go on vacation. You got to think about so many other things that a 9 to 5er doesn't. And the 9 to 5 may not have to be your end goal. But if you are the type where owning a business is going to be way more stressful for you than having a 9 to 5, then don't do it. Because I know a lot of people that got into businesses just for the money and they have no passion to actually serve a community. So at some point they got frustrated with the requests of their customers. They got frustrated with the refunds that their customers was asking. Their products suffered because they was trying to rush to do some other shit. So it never worked out. So if you are not the type to be steadfast in what you want, do not get your own business just to say your ass bought a LLC with your damn stimmy money. A LLC is hell to get. Running a business is not.
Well, here's the thing. Say if you like your job, like, yo, you know what I mean? Yo, my job lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, say if you just like your job, like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I got an uncle, right? You know what I'm saying? And he works for this chemical company, right? He's been there for 20 fucking years. He's been there for 20 years, right? All them same people, you know what I mean, came in with still there. You know what I'm saying? They went to each other's weddings and anniversaries and all type of other shit, right? Shit. He like, yo, man, my job easy. He like, yo, look, I come in, do this, do that. He like, yo, it's 3 hours worth of work. You know what I mean? I just kick it for the other 5. You know what I mean? Be chilling, watching TV and all that. I'm like, shit, he loved his job. His job, you know what I mean? Shoot. He like, yo, nephew, anytime you want to come up, kick it with your uncle, man, just come through. I done came through a few times. We watched the NCAA tournament at his job. You know what I mean?
Hey,
like,
somebody tell Leo.
Hey, look.
Leo in the audience, Mark don't have no kids. That's why he's talking from his perspective.
You know, I'm like, man,
you keep talking about kids, like
everybody don't have kids.
But, you can't, but here's the thing, though, right? I'm just like, here's the thing, though, right? You know what I mean? For my uncle got his program, you know what I'm saying? His company, you know what I mean, is $1 billion company, so he keep leveling up and making his money, right? Now, he cool. Now, my uncle, you know what I mean, cool with this, right? He's just like, listen, if I ever became a millionaire, I became a millionaire, right? But shit, he's like, man, I got a couple hundred racks. You know what I mean? I own about 2-3 cribs, 5-6 cars. I'm chilling. Like, hey, man, I ain't mad. do you shit? Mom got the new S class. You think y'all mean for real? You shit. Y'all mean?
I see something that be making the rounds around the internet, and it's kind of it's whack to me. Like people always talk about how much a job doesn't care about. The job don't care about you. If something happened to you, they're gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna.
I got this in a thread today. Okay. But my thing is this is just me. I don't need my job to care about me. As long as they give me, they're paying me for my talent and my time. I don't need you to fucking care about me. Just give me my money. Just pay me what you owe me, and I'll just move about smartly. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't care if the job don't care about me. If you give me my money, I don't need you to care about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the job caring about you is a bonus. Like I actually like what I do, and I like my boss too. So waking up and coming downstairs to work is not that much of a problem for me because I don't have that type of situation where I completely hate my job, right? Like, of course, having to wake up and go to work I would love to just stay my ass in the bed and just do nothing. But I actually do like my job, and you're right. Most people do not come off rich from a 9 to 5, so that is true. There are other ways that you can obtain wealth. That's not from a 9 to 5. So just like what Jamal said, you have to know yourself to know whether you're able to do a business or do a 9 to 5. And most of the time, people transition from one to the other. They use their paycheck from their 9 to 5 to fund their business until their business can fund their lives. So they don't have to.
Right, and strippers do the same thing.
A lot of
strippers do the same thing. They put themselves through school by dancing.
Yeah,
right. But here's the thing, though, right?
Like the hustle.
Even when you on the 9 to 5, right? It's just like you already thinking about other shit to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I could think like, yo, you know what I'm saying? When we was copping these knockoff throwbacks back when I was a young bull, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, people ain't know they was knockoffs though. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we selling them regular price. You know what I mean? Shoot. So even though it was like, you know what I mean? It wasn't a job, but it was just like, yo, man, look, 200, boy. You know what I mean? For real, shoot, we sell about 20 of them now. You got about $4,000. You know what I'm saying? So
that sounds like something that would hurt somebody, Mark. Because if they walk around thinking that they rocking the real shit and come to find out they got.
No,
but it's hard-earned 9 to 5 money, my nigga.
But what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's a whole different story because, I mean, the bull was putting it together, used to work for Mitchell and Ness. So he knew exactly how to stitch that motherfucker up. Like, the bull was just talented like that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for real, like, look, we going to cut in on this. You know what I mean? Yo, Mark, you know what I'm saying? When you sell this, you know what I mean? Just give me a little percentage. You know what I mean? Do that. But that shit is in everybody. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, yo, little shit like that. Somebody having a fish fry. Or, you know what I mean? For real. Or or even when you was a kid and they having a fucking bake sale. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that shit, you know what I mean, was in everybody, man. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, yeah, I'm on a 9 to 5, but I'm always thinking about something else or another way to get it, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I'm just like, now them people who got a job that's paying them hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever, they might not be thinking, you know what I mean, about another hustle because like, yo, man, I get $400,000 a year. Fuck what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, man, but if you like me, I'm not getting paid $400,000 a year for my job. So I'm like, man, I got about 10 hustles going on. Now, shit, we'll see if I become a millionaire or not. But shit, I'm a damn sure try to get it. But I'm using every possible avenue to get the money. I don't give a shit what it is. You know what I mean? Because I don't nobody to get it.
If everybody would just mind their fucking business and worry about what they doing.
Right.
Don't worry about how I'm getting. Yeah, don't worry about how I'm getting this money. I'm not worried about how you getting that money.
I like, man, shit.
If you got your own business, don't be taunting people that work a 9 to 5. Say, yo, I can help. If you into getting your own business, let me help you. Say some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't look down because that your business can go bankrupt. You just do not know, and you can be just like those people you talking down on. Like, look.
Right, because I guarantee you this: during the pandemic, people that own businesses and their businesses flop, they wish they had a 9 to 5 to go to.
Yep.
They was wishing they got stimmies to feed their families because their business plummeted. So
I'm gonna say like this: don't think about that shit. You got dreams, you got aspirations. That's the only thing you need to look forward to is leveling up your situation, whatever your situation is, and however you gonna do it. You know what I mean? I was talking to my man the other day. He was just like, yo, man, you know what I need, boy? I need a crib on the lake. You know what I mean? With a cul-de-sac and shit like that. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Like, You know what I mean? Go get that
Yeah.
shit, boy. Like
Yeah.
that's all you got to do. Go get that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
it. You ain't giving a fuck about what anybody think how you got it. Just go get it. That's
Yep.
it.
Here's my take, man, because I don't want to address some of the things that Leo's saying. Leo putting some good stuff in here. Sound like he's all about the kids and everything in the future. Here's the thing, and Leo, this is not attacking you or anything at all, but it's kind of addressing everything that we're all talking about. There's a balance to all of this, right? It's not about just working a 9 to 5 and just not saving up and not doing the right things with your money. It's always it's about really just investing the balance. Investing the balance can be everything from that 9 to 5 job creating other avenues for you. That 9 to 5 job creating a situation that you probably didn't have before. Because again, it goes back to, I'm not just talking about no average 9 to 5 job. I'm talking about one that's actually bringing wealth into your household. Because at the end of the day, you know, how many successful business owners do you really truly have out there? How many out there not taking lumps across the head? Like Becca said earlier, you know, the pandemic was hard on those business owners, where some of those guys probably wish they had a 9 to 5 job. And I hate to call it a 9 to 5 job because I don't look at what I do as a 9 to 5 job. I look at it as a career. You know, there's a difference between 9 to 5 and having a career. 9 to 5 to me, in my opinion, is just going to a spot just to clock in and clock out and do whatever. You got to have a career. You got to have a situation where you're utilizing that career to enhance.
Yo,
Some people use their 9 to 5 just for benefits.
Sean, listen, your career,
no doubt.
Your career
lying,
calls
Becca.
you after 5 o'clock. Your career, you know what I mean, can get you on the phone. You know what I mean? Hey, Sean, look, it's 10 o'clock, but look, we got a situation. All right, cool. You know what I mean? You know.
Right. See, but that's the point. Like you know, I get what you're saying, Leo, and I appreciate your comments. I appreciate what you're saying. You're right. The majority may not be making such and such money, but again, it's all about what you invest into that situation. I can tell you right now, and again, this is not bragging or anything, but when I went into the military 20 plus years ago, I knew I wasn't going to make that much money, but it was a small investment into my career later on. It was a small investment to the point where I knew me going into the military, I'm going to set up my future child and my future wife in a different way from a benefit perspective. I knew it wasn't going to
no doubt.
I knew it wasn't going to get me in a situation where I'm going to be overly wealthy. I knew that, but I knew that was going to be the stepping stone for me. When I got my degree by the military, which was free, that I don't pay anything back on, and it's a free degree. I got 2 degrees that were free that I got paid to go to school for. Again, it was a conscious decision in part of my investment. Again, when I got out the military and I finally retired, I knew that retirement wasn't just the end of my life. I knew I still had to put myself in a position to still continue to grow, not only with wealth, but also grow on my career. So the plan was to be able to say, you know what? I'm going to take some lumps across the head in the beginning, but I got to take that so I can set up the future for not only just myself, but most importantly for my wife and my daughter, you know, that I was going to have eventually one day, right? That was the plan. And now I'm still in a process of my trajectory. My trajectory is to see how much can I double my salary this time around, maybe another couple of years from now. Because a couple years ago, I wouldn't have thought that. Me and Stacks were talking behind the scenes a couple of months ago. I said, man, I remember one time making $50K a year was a goal.
Yeah.
When y'all remember that, right? Back in the day.
Yeah.
$50K. Yeah. You can tell them, shit.
But then inflation happens, and then you know what I mean, that number gotta go higher.
Like Jay say, pump paper ain't enough. You gotta keep going.
It ain't enough now. Ain't enough bread.
And when I got there, I told my wife this before. I said, "Man, we're doubling that right now. Can we triple that? Like, because it was, and it wasn't about it. Honestly, it was never about the money. It was about the potential to create a situation of comfort, right? Because no matter who you are, you're going to work for somebody. You can say you own your business, but you're working for those people that's investing into your business. Your
customers are basically investing in you. Come on now.
Here's the thing, you know, here's another thing that, you know, they don't tell you. It's just like, you can always create an opportunity within whatever you're in. So, I mean, you know, that's just like, you know, when Becca say, yeah, I'm at this, you know, I'm at my job or whatever, right? But I mean, she's been promoted like 3 different times, right? You know what I mean? So if you've been promoted 3 different times, obviously, but here's the thing, obviously you built relationships and shit like that. Say if, you know what I mean, for the person who first promoted Becca, right? And she might not even be with the same company. She might have started her own shit. You know what I mean? She like, yo, Becca, look, you know what I mean? For they didn't drop about like, you know what I mean, 17 million on me over here. I want you as my number 2. All of a sudden, Becca's a fucking millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Because she knew how to build relationships and she knew what she was doing. Like, no matter where you at, you got to build those relationships. And if you build those relationships, like, yo, I like that motherfucker right there. I want that motherfucker with me on my team. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, you know what I mean? You going far. I'm like, man, I look how I got my opportunity now, right? All I did was fill in. All I did was fill in for one of my homies who had to drive this doctor to New York. That's all I did, right? Like, yo, we could split the bread up. All right, cool. You know what I mean? Got you. But me and the doc busting it up. You know what I'm saying? Then the boss man hear about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Mark, yo, can I bring you in to do this? Right? All of a sudden, you know what I mean? Now we negotiating. All of a sudden, I got a small percentage of the company. That ain't happened by fucking accident. That just means, you know, I knew exactly how to talk to these motherfuckers. I knew exactly, you know what I mean, how to move and shape, and then I just moved myself in position. You know what I'm saying? So you can, but everybody can do that shit. It happens all the time.
Mark still hasn't bought me my sneakers, but he own a percentage of some type of.
Yeah, you need to go ahead. You need to go ahead and do that.
Listen, look, wait a minute. Let me get this out of the way, right? I'm interrupting this whole shit right now, right? Look, I was supposed to get these shits. My nieces changed the game on me because they wanted the Christian Dior shits. You know what I'm saying? So my man had to switch strategy, go for these Diors. You know what I mean? I'm glad my nieces got them. Good for them because it cost me more money, right? So now I gotta holler back at him on the Jordan shit. You know what I'm saying? But his name is Hollywood.
Look at the vibes.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, you know, he gotta do what he gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you, yo. Like, I got you. I got you. You know what I mean?
Switch it. Since Tina brought that up, we're gonna go to a little bit of relationship stuff. Is chivalry dead? Do y'all think chivalry is dead? Are we still pulling out chairs, opening doors?
No, I mean, I ain't talking me, but I'm just saying that shit don't be happening. You know what I mean? That shit don't happen.
Yo, I see that shit don't happen.
Let me acknowledge somebody. Let me acknowledge something real quick. Give me 1 second. Hey, shout out to Leo for that last topic. Leo came through with a lot of great comments, very good commentary. So thank you, Leo.
That's one of my husband's friends. He does a pod with my husband. Sorry,
good deal.
Shameless plug. Sorry. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Look,
as long as they plugging us back.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Jamal said chivalry is dead.
Yeah, that shit dead. Come on, women pumping. Man, it's chicks pumping their own gas. You already know this shit dead.
Yeah.
Chicks pump their own gas out.
And that's wild.
That shit's been dead. No, I'm saying, yo, it be chicks out. I'm at the gas station every day. You know what I mean? Shit, I see chicks pumping their own gas, go in the car seat, leave back. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Hold on. I agree with that.
Yo, that's a lot of places.
Y'all scumbags. Yo, we know this.
Man, hold on. No. Mark right though, because down here in Houston is the same thing. Like, I basically went to the gas station and I'm seeing the girl pump gas and her man like right there in the driver's side.
Right there,
I'm gonna tell you why though.
I'm like, God.
I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers wise, man. It's a bunch of motherfuckers that ain't had men around when they was growing up, and that's the product of that. You got a lot of grown ass men that are grown men on paper, like Zeke said. That ain't the y'all was born. That's the wrong paper. But they're grown men on paper, but they pretty much bitch ass niggas in real life. They don't know. They run to their mama and shit like that. They pretty much try to treat their women like they treat like baby boy. You know, treat the women like you got to be a special kind of stupid motherfucker if you sitting in a car while a woman pumping gas. I tell you, get matter of fact, and don't be mad when you got a brother that come up and say, "Look, man, I know I see the nigga sitting in the car. Let me go pump gas."
So listen,
I'm saying, listen. If the woman look like some shit, you following her right in the station. Like, man, shit, I'm about to holler right now. You know what I'm saying? And shoot, she gonna take you up on that. You know what I mean? That motherfucker got the seat lean back. You know what I mean?
And Mark, to your point, she comes out the store, dude hollering, following to the car. If the nigga that's sitting in the car get out, hey man, why you talking to my girl? It's like, I could say, man, I thought you was a son or some shit like that. You was sitting in the car while she was pumping gas. That's fair, in my opinion.
I'm like, yo, here's another thing. You know what I mean? For the whole the door open thing. That don't even happen, right? Now, listen, you know what I'm saying? See, these sucker balls, man. I'm like, look, you be walking in the restaurant or wherever you walking in. I'm like, don't let me be there because I'm holding the door right open, seeing right what's going in. And she gonna appreciate, you know what I mean? I appreciate what I was seeing. You know what I mean? Shoot, so she might try to get at me on the low. Like, fellas, that shit happens. You know what I'm saying? So,
but wait, I think it's different. I have to.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't mind doing that type of dirty macking. I don't mind doing it.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all, right? Me being and I think that this may be based on where you live, because I'm gonna be honest with you. My dad was a Southern man, so my dad opened doors. He didn't pull out chairs, but he was, he was kind and gentle in that way with my mom, right? Me, I'm a whole nigga, right? My husband is a whole nigga too. So for me, I'm not gonna look at my husband and say, "So you're not gonna open the door for me?" Like I never did that. It wasn't until I came down here in the South where I would hear men conversations say, "You gotta walk on the outside of the curb."
I think they ain't got no manners up top.
Pulling out the chair may be a little excessive, right? Some dudes is not.
Or
Stop, wait, no, don't sit. Let me pull the chair out. Right.
Yeah.
So I've never really experienced that. So for me, it's very different. Chivalry is nice. Yes, it's kind. And just like what my husband said, if the respect is there, you're gonna want to do that. A lot of men look at it like sitting facing the door in the restaurant to make sure you can see everything that's going on. Those little things, I know that men in the South are usually taught that, right? They're usually taught that, but for some reason, me as a Northerner, as people will call me here, right? For me, when I started dating my husband, I was not looking at whether he opened the door for me. I wasn't looking at whether he walked on the side of the curb for me. Does that nigga respect me? If you can respect me, I can open up my own goddamn door. Like that's not a thing for me. Right. So when I go and I hear the conversation about chivalry, my first thing is like, yes, I get the main thing about chivalry is the respect level, right? And it's more so protection. But I think that some women look at chivalry as cater to me, kiss my ass, and it's not that deep. If that man never opens that door for you but respects you, which would you choose?
Somebody gonna accuse you of
am I crazy?
Somebody gonna accuse you of being a pick-me.
I think it's levels.
I've been picked.
I know. I knew you would come back with that. I set that up.
You know what I say.
You gave her the layup. Stash gave her the layup. Alley.
Hold on. Chivalry is something that's instilled in that man to do, whether that woman likes it or not. Because what you gonna tell? Tell the nigga, don't open the door for me. I can do it myself. Now there's a problem.
Yeah. Hey, that's when you gotta tell her to calm down.
Because it's instilled in him.
If it's instilled in him, that's different. But you have if it's instilled in him and he wants to do it, then that's different. Because I know men that have dated women that had to tell him, listen, I'm gonna open your door for you. You're gonna like it or not. I'm gonna make sure that I sit in a particular way in a restaurant so I can make sure that I can see what's happening in case something goes down. I've seen men move the woman and say, no, this is where you walking, this is where I'm walking, just because that's just how they've been
conditioned.
I don't know. That jump in the curb thing, I don't really know too much about that shit.
Make sure you get home. They don't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, it depends on who you is, right? It depends on what your relations is with that person. Like you,
nigga, what?
You ain't gonna care how everybody get home.
Still make sure that she hit you to get home, that she got home. Like the fuck, or you ain't gonna be jumping that shit no more if she didn't.
Right.
The fuck? She
don't look.
For your ass.
But
it's levels. It's levels to that. You know what I'm saying?
It's
I like, man.
making sure somebody just get home safe.
Yo, man, if you a jump, I'm treating you like a jump. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, Mark.
Oh, I mean, if it's my girl, that's different. But I'm just saying, if this just some chick I have fun with, like, you know what I mean? Like, look, you probably don't even know my real name. Like, fuck. Like, no.
City boys up.
Worry about that shit.
City boys up.
Yo, man, Stacks, Mark is too far gone, man. Like,
no, I just think, you know what I mean, you got to treat everybody accordingly. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. You know what I mean? Everybody got to get treated accordingly. I'm treating you exactly how you act. I'm not doing nothing different.
I kind of agree with that, Mark. I kind of do. I see what you did there.
That last part.
I do think that people sometimes overstate the term.
That's hilarious.
Mark's mind is always in the gutter.
I think people overstate the term chivalry too much, to be quite honest, because if you start like really peeling back what chivalry means, it has nothing to do with some of the things we just mentioned, to be quite honest. The definition of chivalry has nothing to do with opening the door for somebody, making sure that you're putting your arms. That's nothing to do with chivalry.
All right, well, what is it then? Tell me, you know what I mean? Let me see if I'm doing some of this shit.
Chivalry is just chivalry. It's something that's in you.
I'm gonna tell you.
Chivalry is more about humility. It's about humility. It's about gratitude.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's people use chivalry sometimes in the wrong context because chivalry is really about humility, gratitude. It's about the courage. It's about those things because you gotta understand where chivalry came from. It's not from us. So chivalry.
No, it's from the knights. I'm looking up the description now.
But they like them women though. They like them. They was feeling
to Google that. I'm educating you right now. So I'm
just Google this shit, Mark.
You gotta
hilarious.
I'm telling you guys what Google would just tell you. I'm just telling you in layman's term for you to understand.
The build-up was killing me.
Yo, good show tonight. This has been wow. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. But for real. Chivalry, again, I think that we like to use that very loosely. And we get through kind of the minutia of what chivalry is, man. Here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm this lover boy and that I have all of these great talents to make my wife feel like the special person in the world every single day. I don't. I'm be honest with you. But one thing she can tell you at its core, do I protect her? Absolutely. Is there a sense of courage in our marriage that she know at the end of the day that dude got me? Absolutely. Is there humility in our marriage? Absolutely. There is nothing that I would not do for her at any given moment, and that means I would die for her, literally die for her if it were that situation. That's the definition of chivalry. That's the definition of chivalry. I may not open the door for her every single. I'm not going to get the car, run around, and open the door for her every single moment. But I'm going to make sure that she's good. If we're walking into a place, she may not notice it sometimes, but I'm checking the entire scene out to make sure that everything is okay.
As you should, yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. Like, I get that.
You're not going to a room without me knowing that room is good to go before she enter in there, right?
Yep.
That's that.
Facts, Leo.
Yes, facts.
Absolutely.
Yep. Agreed. Absolutely. Yep.
All right, let's ruffle some feathers.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Let's ruffle some feathers. I'm gonna put this on the screen.
The city boys exist.
I'm gonna put this on the screen, and you let me know. I'm gonna try to fire off on this, all right? Whether you agree or not, I think some of y'all are gonna agree. But boom, women, men are not your financial plan.
Hey, listen. I got 2 living experiences. Y'all me facing that shit. Y'all me.
This applies
to me. What we doing?
I don't think any of this applies to anybody on this panel.
I've been on the other side of this shit in real life. So I know how that goes. Trust me.
I feel you, Mark.
Yo, listen. Hey, look.
I feel you, Mark.
Hey, man, listen. You know, she was real with it though. She was like, Yo, look, Mark, it's fun hanging out with you, but Bull a millionaire want to marry me. You know what I mean? Like, I can't tell her nothing. I can't tell her not to do that. The Bull got him.
Let that bitch go. I already told you.
He got him.
You need to let that story go.
You can join in, Leo.
Huh?
No, Leo said he gonna sit and listen to this one, but I'm telling Leo, you could join in on the conversation because you can discuss this too about women dating some of y'all fellas. I mean, not Sean and Stacks, they've been out the game for almost 20 years, but I'm sure men can relate to women dating them and thinking that they are their financial plan. You have a lot of women out here that date for money.
No doubt. You ain't gonna get that with me. You get a good time. I'll give you a good time.
On this show that's perfect for this conversation.
I'll give you a good time.
I ain't gonna say no names.
I know
we talking about Tina.
Man, I'll give you a good time. I can't do all the other stuff. I'll give you a good time. You know what I mean? That night you're gonna drink the best lick, smoke the best. You're gonna do all that shit. I got you.
I don't condone tricking. Rika, what you got? Rika? I've been my own financial plan since the age 24. Okay.
All right. Yep.
You saw
the podcast on 105 Live. I would love y'all to call up and promote this show. All right, that's what's up.
All
right, Jamal. All right, we definitely. That's up. Be tricked out more part time.
Listen, I mean, honestly,
can't hate. Hold up, I can't. You can't hate the hustle. Look, if that's what you want to do, let dude do it. But me, come on, I'm not
like being women's financial.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't hate that boy hustle. No,
it's funny you say that.
Well, hold it. It's on the flip side. You know, there's some women that like to,
talk to
Oh, take care, man.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Stacks.
Go ahead, Stacks. My bad, Stacks. Go ahead.
Real quick, my bad. Hey, Tina, it's funny you say that because there are men out there that want their woman to be totally and utterly financially dependent upon them. These are guys that literally will get mad with their wife or their longtime mate if they making paper on their own on the side and shit like that, which is wild to me. But yeah, some dudes are like that. Some dudes want to be the single point of failure for the woman because they feel like they can keep them. They feel like they can keep them if they need them. I would never want a woman who. This is just me. I would never want a woman that only want me because she's dependent upon me financially. I need you to be dependent upon me spiritually, emotionally, and all that other shit. All that real shit.
That's the truth.
Yeah, but I mean, it go both ways though, because you'll see women, who be like, all right, look, he don't got nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I basically control all his moves anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I want him like this. I don't want him to better himself.
Jamal is coming up.
I don't want him to better himself. Just give me the D.
Why you sitting there?
And shut up.
Being a sugar mama, that nigga still fucking. That bitch taking your money. So bitches is stupid.
I'm like, man, but you know what? I'm gonna say like this, right? You see it in some situations where a man, he's just kind of following behind that woman. Like you see that, and he don't got no other hoes. He wrapped up in this chick, right? But then you got some dudes who looking for a place to stay or whatever, and they slide in there. And then after that, bar the Ultima, you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we got it.
Got bread and drama fucking Ultima, nigga.
No, what I'm saying is, man, that shit happens though.
It is accepted. It is accepted when women are financially dependent on a man. But it's kind of frowned upon when a dude is financially dependent on a woman. That's what I think. I mean.
Yeah, but that's starting to change though. That's starting to change now.
Rob tripping. But
that's starting to change now, man. That's starting to change.
That's a real thing, though. That's a real thing. I know
starting to change.
That men are not women's financial plan, but you do have it in the reverse where you have some men because I've heard it in many different instances where women is like, I don't want to date no broke dude. I don't want no dude to want me for my money. I don't want all of that. But that's exactly
man, Jana. Hey, Rebecca,
however, you do have some men, right, that will date women that have, and I'm not saying that she's like the complete complete breadwinner, right? And he's making nothing compared to her. I'm just talking about she's the one that may have more finances, or she may be more financially stable. You have some men that are okay with that because there's niggas right? Date no broke chick neither. People need to make sure your own pockets are good. You're a breadwinner and you passed out. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You know who we could use for Jamal's comment? Tasha St. Patrick, dumbass. Bitch,
right.
Bread. He was giving you allowance instead of you blow it. You should have pocketed.
But you do
some of that extra money. Y'all bitches be stupid. I swear to God.
You do have niggas out there that would be absolutely assed out and homeless if they weren't in a relationship. Some of them are in relationships.
Good. They dependent. They're the dependent.
I think they call them.
They're the dependent.
They like their situation.
Yep. They're gonna ride it out.
These chicks say they call them homosexuals or some shit like that.
Yeah, like I mean, hey, some boys be like that. Like, you know, seriously, like some boys be like that. I mean,
and I'm not knocking it. It just ain't me, man. I just grew up when I saw my father, God rest his soul, put on steel-toe boots. He out there getting it at the steel. I saw men around me work. So I looked at it. I was like, well, that's what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Bring home the fucking money, and I get the big piece of chicken.
I was like, the only way I could even subscribe to that, I'm just like, if she was super rich or something, okay, maybe I could do it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I got to work for mine because I'm a one shit faster than you can get it for me. So I gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying? You know, like look,
and that is a real thing, Mark.
You know, like man, I want this car today. I don't want to wait till you get paid so we can get it. No, fuck that. I need this car now, today, right now. Like I need this shit now.
I think that makes that. I think, Mark, that's important because you do have some people. Like for me, I've always told my husband, I could never be stay at home nothing. Right? My daughter's 11, so she's a grown ass woman. I'm not gonna be, and I'm not having no more kids. Fuck them kids. So I will never be a stay at home mom. Right? So I can't just sit. Even if we won like crazy or had crazy money, or maybe even won the lottery. Neither one of us are working. But let's just say he was making crazy money and wanted me to not work because you have that like Noriega and his wife. Nori does not
see that right Jamal circle. Yo, Jamal circle tonight.
You know what? I wouldn't mind being
Jamal circle.
But
that's true.
My own business.
Right. So what I
hell no, I ain't still working. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, what?
Hell no.
Good.
Beyonce worth 400 million. You know what I mean?
I would have my own business being ran in the house or something. Like I would have to have my own business. I can't just stay at home and do it.
I'm the same way. I can't just be sitting at home doing nothing. But let me hold on 1 second, Stacks, and I'll make my point, and then you can go. Like I said to my husband, I will always work and have it just because, just like what a comment that was made earlier. Let's say I decide to be like, oh no, we good, and then something happens and he can't work anymore, and I'm asked out. And I know people, couples, marriages that were like that, where especially generations above us, right? The husband worked, the woman stayed at home, and then when that man decided to not work anymore, or he perishes, she's asked out. She doesn't know how to do.
No, Becca, she has no her ex to get her new husband a job.
Or she has no employable skills because she's been working. She's been at home the whole time. Like one thing that I admire so much that with Tabitha Brown, what she did was that she retired her husband.
Oh, you saw her husband. That was nice. That was.
I promise you, if I get money like that, my husband's not working.
Talk to him, Rob. And I must say that Mark marrying Beyonce, that's a fucking disaster. Y'all remember when Frank Lyman? Y'all remember because when she go on tour, Mark is having wild fucking parties 24/7, and he's fucking up the money, he's fucking up the house. He's going to have that's how Mark is.
I mean, man, like listen.
Y'all remember Frankie Lyman fucked up old girl house on
yes.
That would be Mark.
I mean, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Shoot, I'll be like, yo, listen, B. I mean, is it okay that I don't work? I mean, you got 400 million now. You know what I'm saying? Is it all right? Yo, and she just be like, yo, buy what you want. I'm like, yo, I'm showing up about. I'm gonna have 5 Lambos, easy, easy. Like I'm buying about 10 million worth of cars right on the spot. Like you know what I'm saying, on the spot. She got 400 million. You know what I mean? Shit, me spending a little 10 ain't gonna hurt.
Hey, Sean, what you about to say?
Yo, real talk. Stacks and I've been talking about that. I think it was sometime this week. We were like, I said, man, I'm sorry, I gotta share this story, Stacks, because it relates to Mark, man. We were just talking. Stacks and I talk a lot about life and everything. I said, man, just imagine having Mark over to your house, man. You give Mark the keys to the house just for the weekend, like you go out of town. I'm like, yo, you come back. It's gonna be shit all over the place. You're gonna have a
I ain't gonna do you like that. I wouldn't do
donkey.
He's gonna be Angela Bassett in the closet pulling shit down.
All right, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Right? Listen. Right? Look. Listen. I'm gonna tell you. If you leave me at your crib for the weekend, this is Stacks and Sean. Right? This is what happened. If you got meat in the crib, in the crib, I done grilled all that shit in a weekend. I don't give a fuck if you got a month's worth of meat. I done grilled all that shit. We had a cookout at your crib. You know what I'm saying? I grilled all that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? And the liquor's going. I got you, but the liquor's going that weekend. I got the money. You know what I mean? For a hit. You know, you gotta go buy some more. But I got you. You know what I mean? But that deep freezer with the meat in it. You know what I'm saying? You can buy some more, but you know what I mean? Trust me. If I'm at your crib, I done grilled all the meat and drank the liquor. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Now I ain't gonna let nobody mess up your shit. Now I ain't doing that. Your shit nice. We gonna keep it nice. But we eating the meat, we drinking the beer, and we drinking the lick. That's what we doing. You know what I mean? We doing that.
So Jamal is something that I want to address. So Jamal said, if someone is giving you the money, they control you and they how you move. So he actually was ahead of the game and actually brought up a topic that I have. Whoever pays bills makes the rules. What y'all think?
Not so much. Not really, so much. Because that's really starting to change. Like old school, I can understand that. But I'm just like, man.
Rules? Like in the marriage rules?
You know, that's starting to change a little.
If you don't work at all, you don't financially contribute to the house. I pay everything, right? I make the rules.
Wait, what are the rules though? Like I got it.
Any rule, the shirt you wear, the food you eat, if you're going out, and
that's
it's everything.
The control. She's about the control.
That's going to be too extra.
Listen, decision-making process as far as the relationship. If any decisions to be made, purchases, things like that. I think that's along the lines. That's what I would think. But yeah, I can't rock with that, man.
Nah, that's not healthy anyhow, man. Because now you turn this thing into a daggone dictatorship. Now at this point, like just because the person may not be in the financial state to assist.
That just sound like an abusive ass.
Yeah, that's abusive.
Yeah,
it is a form of spousal abuse.
It's very abusive, you know. And the thing is, though, what happened is that, you know, like especially, you know, like you try to have that mind control of a woman, and she just, you know what, I'm a little tired of this. I don't want to really go through this. You gonna send her to the store to do the do the supermarket thing. I'm gonna be in there, you know what I mean? She checking bananas and I'm checking bananas. We striking up a conversation. Now your husband ain't shit. That's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And it goes both ways. It goes both ways. I'm trying to tell you, you know, don't be that controlling person, because it ain't gonna work. That shit don't work.
That's a dangerous thing to be playing around with anyhow. You be like on like Mr. off of Color Purple. That's all you turn into. Because
and in that case, if the person's not for you, keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Right, you gotta keep it.
You gotta keep it peace.
But then, you know what I mean?
Peace is more important.
Now, see, now it's people who would try to manipulate, who will manipulate that, where it's like, all right, yeah, I'll do that. But then, you know what I'm saying? It's like almost like making a promise, have your fingers crossed and shit. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna follow none of that shit when they ain't around. You know what I mean? You're gonna be taking money out of accounts, moving into your own account. You're gonna be doing all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yo, look what Rob said.
Don't do that.
Yo, look, yo, Rob, Rob.
Yo, I tell you, man.
Hey, this nigga on one tonight, man.
Stacks, I told you, Mark is
Hey,
that
no,
guy.
my love. No,
yeah.
I told you, Stacks.
No,
Mark
it does
is that
not.
guy.
Man,
Let's
Let's get that out your head.
Let's get that out. Let's clear the air.
Yo, Stacks, Mark
It
is
was
that
like, I pay
guy
the bills.
that Nas and talking to on the bench in belly, man. Like he was saying, we are losing. Mark is that kid,
Got a
man.
lot of shit going on. Hey man, if I like one of my boys, I'll be like, yo, that's Uncle Mark right here. But you gotta let shit go over your head because that nigga will give you some real bad
Not
advice.
listen to Uncle
Yeah,
Mark.
you
I
know.
would not listen
I'm
to
just
Uncle Mark.
fucking around, man, Mark. I know you love the kids, man. I know you love the kids, but man,
I keep telling y'all,
boy.
yo, man, listen, the kids got me calm now. You know, this is just some back in the day shit. That's all. I mean, the kids got me calm now, man.
Oh,
I'm good.
Rob, you better clean that up real quick.
He was just clearing the air. That's all he was doing.
Yo, that's like y'all mean for that meme where it's like, yo, man.
Rob ain't
I mean,
mean no
for
harm.
when the boy asked
Rob
where the
ain't mean no
hoes
harm
at,
with that.
I wasn't looking for them. I just wanted to know where they was at, so I don't go there. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. I just try to make sure I don't go there. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yo, Jamal, yo.
Jamal wild, man.
Yo, Jamal is wild tonight. I'm sorry. That's city boy behavior. That is city boy right there.
I love it. I love it.
Mark fully supports that shit right there too.
One in the comment and one on screen. Lord Jesus.
Mark loves shit like that.
So what do y'all think about this? Since we talked about money, which is better, being broke and happy or rich and miserable?
How you rich and miserable? Like that don't even sound right.
Man, money.
Listen,
A lot of people are rich and miserable. That's why they
Look at Kanye. Kanye
Right.
is
man,
miserable.
they was
right now.
miserable before they got the money anyway. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Straight up,
Mark,
born
look at
sucker.
But they were smart enough to get it.
Kanye
Yeah.
is
And they
miserable right
realized
now.
Yeah.
that the money didn't change anything. Probably brought more negative people around them in their
Right,
space.
Jamal.
Yeah, you know
Jamal,
what I mean?
right. I can't be broke and happy. I'm
gonna say like this, right? Look, if you miserable, that means you just ain't good at picking good people, you know what I mean, for the you need to be around you. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that hold you down, that's the motherfuckers you want around you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you choose these fake fraudulent people to be around you, yeah, you're gonna be miserable. You know what I'm saying? Just
Sometimes
like,
the
man.
people that had your back and was always there for you when you ain't had shit and now you got shit, turn around and be users.
Yeah.
That's the truth, though.
That's the
That's
bullshit.
true. You
That's
ain't
the
lying,
bullshit.
Tina. You
I
ain't
was
lying.
just like,
That's true.
man, you know, but I'm like, yo, you got what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, you was miserable, then you made it, then you will feel like you don't need people, and then man, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? That's your fault.
Hey, but that is an old adage though.
A lot of
That is-
people with money get bored too.
Yeah, that is an old adage.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's, yeah. Boredom
Hey.
does creep in.
Yeah, that's
Boredom
yeah,
does
that's
creep
You know
in.
what?
said.
I'm gonna say like this.
Shoot. Squid Game. He
Yeah,
was a rich old
Hey.
man. He was so bored. He played with people's lives.
yeah.
Man. Well,
That's
I'll
actually, you
say
know,
like
that's a
this.
great, that's a great point right there. That is
Speak-
true.
Speak,
He had all that money, he still was miserable. He
Hey,
wasn't like
speak-
really truly happy.
He
Hey,
had
I say like
fun
this.
playing with other people's lives.
Look,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't speak for everybody rich, but shit, my cousin rich, you know what I mean? He happy than motherfucker. You know what I mean? So, Jay, sometimes it happens.
Money doesn't really. Money doesn't. Always
You gotta
equate.
just be that motherfucking person. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Money doesn't always equate to happiness. Money is
don't.
access. So I mean, it gives you access to a whole lot of things. And
But
there's
if
a
you
lot
were
of people out
miserable before, you're still gonna
Didn't
be
Biggie say
miserable
more
with
money,
money.
more problems, my nigga?
there. That too,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Should be more,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? More money to whatever the same problems is. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't be no more problems. Just say no.
Let
Fuck
me know
you.
when you get rich how that work out for you.
Oh, it's
Well,
gonna be easy.
The thing,
That's
the
gonna
thing
be easy.
about-
Trust me.
The thing I notice about rich people is a lot of the time, like for me, I would rather nobody, like being rich is not an issue for me. I would love it, but I wouldn't want nobody to know that I'm rich, right? You know, like you have Bill Gates, you have these people that are wealthy, like they have a type of wealth that's just ridiculous, and they look like bums, right?
Mm-hmm.
They look,
but that's they choose that.
They don't look rich.
Yeah, because Mark, if you let people know you rich, there's a strong possibility you're gonna get robbed, hacked.
Yeah.
Most people that are
your ass gonna get a bitch killed when you get rich. She gonna be with you. Niggas gonna come trying to get that skimmy, and they gonna kill the bitch.
Most rich and wealthy people don't have to put it out there by what they wear, what they drive. Of course, they're gonna have the best of the best shit, but a lot of people, like I say, you see people that are multi-millionaires out there, and you see them out and about, and they got on fucking the fucking, what do they call them shoes? The New Balance, the fucking like the
they ain't flashy.
See, right there.
Regular.
It's right there. Only if you talk too damn much. You know what I mean? You should just shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? If you got money, just get money. You know what I mean? Look, people look. If I ever got rich, right? People gonna know that I'm rich because I like cars. I'm in the cars. Like I drive really fucking fast. That's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? So people gonna know that shit.
When you go, and this is of course only from third person because it's not my current situation, but when you go from broke to like extremely rich, like what Cardi B mentioned, right? She mentioned being figuratively, ultimately more happier during her stripper days because what she has now, with all the money that she has, she also comes with some other stuff like no privacy, right? She also and that's because people know.
Well, she's a celebrity though. That's
right. If you're rich and you're silent, then it's different.
But something about if anybody ends up being rich, something about them is going to be rich. Like I don't know, it ain't going to be something about them going to be a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like you might have diamond faucets in your crib. You might have diamond faucets in your crib. I don't know. Something about you gonna be rich.
I feel like it's weird. Like, okay, Offset bought Cardi a house for her birthday, right? In the country, right? Mm-hmm. And then I think his birthday came up. It's like you swapping the same damn money because then she wrote him a check for how much $1 million?
Couple mil, I think.
Yeah, couple mil. But in her case, it's a gift. So what happens I wondered that same question too, Tina. Like you give me your husband money that's already in your bank account. But what happens when you do it that way is it ends up being a gift, and so it's a tax thing. It's a tax write-off. It's a tax write-off. So you don't pay taxes when you're gifting, no matter the amount. And the home that he bought her was an investment property, so it makes
kind of works itself out.
Once again, rich people shit that I just won't be able to completely understand.
Like when Oprah bought Tyler Perry. What did Oprah buy Tyler Perry? What was that car? A Bentley?
I forgot, but I know Tyler Perry bought Tiffany Haddish a Tesla, and it was gifted so that you don't have to pay the taxes on it. But what happens, what I was gonna say when with the rich situation, right, is that a lot of people don't mind the money part of it. They mind everything that comes with it. People knowing, people using you. Of course, the taxes are great, especially when you spending your own money and you don't get taxed on it. Trump paid $0 with the money that he made because he knew how to finagle the taxes. So it's benefits to that. But what I mean by the difference of being broke and happy versus being rich and unhappy is a lot of the times when you speak to people who have money, who come from nothing, one of the things that they mention that they miss is being able to just go to Target, right? Just go to the store, right? Privacy. They miss being able, because Cardi B mentioned it, that ever since she's become famous, now everybody in her family is outed. So one time a paparazzi was filming her father and she spazzed. Like, my father is not a celebrity. My father don't know nothing but just the money that I got. He don't even speak English barely. And you got your cameras on my father's face. God forbid my father is somewhere and somebody recognizes who he is and tries to attack him just because he's not dead. You know what I'm saying? So, and her father is her driver. So that's another thing that you have to consider. So yeah, having the money in itself is great, but there's a lot of things that come with the money that people who have it wish they didn't have to deal with.
That's like people who win the lottery, right? They don't want to be announced or known, but I think you have to be. Or something like that.
No, I think it's certain states. It's certain states where you don't. Certain states.
And that's messed up because I don't even understand why you want somebody who won all this money. I feel like y'all setting them up to get robbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you better know how to move. You better know how to move. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I get that. Shit. You give me that amount of money, you know what I mean? Shit, you might as well call me Marlo fucking Stanfield from The Wire. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Motherfuckers gonna get laid down out here. You try me, you know what I mean? Try me, any of the crew, you know what I mean? It's happening. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I got the right to bear arms, motherfucker.
A whole 40 ounce. I mean, but that's true. You do have a lot of people, and that is true, Leo. Sometimes a lot of celebrities just may say that because it sounds good. Oh yeah, I have money, and you know, I kind of miss the days of being broke. I was way more happier. A lot of them probably do say that because it sounds good. But I do feel like there is a part of that could be true.
So you can't choose to be happy though. Like, damn. That's messed up.
You can't, but I would rather I'd rather nobody know that I'm rich, wealthy. I
want to be anonymous. I want to be anonymous. Just like you said, be anonymous.
Of course, you know what I mean? For like, man, you don't want nobody to know, but I'm just saying, look,
right.
I'm still going to be happy because it's just like, yo, I know who I am.
I would build a nice house somewhere. I would have a house somewhere in a whole nother country. I would do things like that. But I'm not gonna be riding in a Porsche or some shit like that in the hood. Like, why I gotta do that? I'm gonna
you're supposed to take all your people out the hood.
On Instagram.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna ride the hood in the Ultimate. Why the hood gotta know I got all this shit? Why?
You ain't lying.
You're supposed to make the phone call. Yo, you want to stay there or you want to go? Now, some people gonna choose to stay. All right, what's the cash app, boy? I got you. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I ain't gonna be there, but I got you on the cash app. You know what I mean?
If I was rich and I came into some money, I'm gonna give my motherfucking peoples that I love to death, my bitches, I'm gonna get them bread. But guess what? Like what Becca said, I'm not even gonna let them bitches know it was from me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let them know it was from me. They're gonna wonder where this money came from, but I'm not gonna let them know it was me. Because your friends could change on you too.
I'll say like this, you know.
They could run their mouth.
Well, you know what I mean? Shoot, you better know who you're dealing with.
Everybody got a friend. Whether it be their spouse, their relative, something. Everybody got a friend. So you may want to stay under the radar and you want to do for your peoples in the hood or your family, but guess what? They're gonna lay down and tell somebody that you did that shit. Now that somebody gonna tell somebody.
Yeah, Rob brings up a very good point. I know a lot of people want to, keep it real and stay in the hood.
Not me.
You do have some people. Wow. You do have some people that the prove a point.
Keep it real? Like, no, I'm out of here.
Some people want to prove a point by saying, yeah, I got rich and I didn't move out of my hood. But when you're famous and you're rich, like that happened to Dolph. That happened to you could say that happened to Nipsey. But even if you're not famous, I think it would be very problematic because even if you got that family member that say, "Yeah, I'm staying right here, just send me the money," people are going to know that they're now rich off the strength of you, and some people hate. They're just out there like, "Oh, this motherfucker got money now. We gonna go rob this motherfucker." So you can't really. I mean, you have
facts.
Especially your older family members, you really gonna have to let them know why. Yo, we got to get the fuck up out of here with all this money. You gotta come with.
I'm like, man, the ones that choose to stay
wouldn't leave at all. She would be oblivious. Like if I told her, look, I just hit the fucking Powerball. Well, okay.
Here's the reason I can't stay. I'm just like, look, I was like, it's motherfuckers who live in like actual castles. I need a fucking castle. Like, y'all mean 50 rooms or some shit. Y'all mean for real with 15 garages and some shit like that. I need all that. I'm a billionaire. I want all that. You know what I mean? I'm way out here. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I got niggas with Uzis, you know what I mean, ready to shoot on sight out this motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean?
To actually live in those rooms, okay?
Like I need that. I need that.
He was like, I need that space. I need that space.
I need that.
Hood in the castle.
I need the castle. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen this shit before, so I need it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I didn't. Like, if you like, man, outside of Philly, like maybe 40 minutes outside of Philly, it's a neighborhood called Thorndale, right? Thorndale, you can't even get in the community unless your house about $5-6 million. I've driven in that community. I'm like, yo, this shit is wild.
I don't want a house that damn big.
You know what I mean?
I don't like that shit.
Yeah, I need.
Well, that's a good point,
you know
Leo.
what I mean?
That's a good
Shoot,
point.
I need all that. You know, I'm like, man, I need all that right there. You know what I'm saying? And I want a fucking jet too. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to go wherever the fuck I want when I want to go. You know what I'm saying? You know, I need that too. You know, I like, man. First thing, I mean, think about it, right? Stacks, if you just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Look, we throwing this, you know, this family thing or whatever. Mark like you to be there. You think I want to drive to damn South Carolina? Hell no. We flying to that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not waiting in no damn airport neither.
I feel him.
I ain't waiting in no damn airport neither.
You going to the Clearport?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Shoot. Look, Stacks, I'll be there in 15 minutes. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Matter of fact, give me an hour because I'm gonna fly to Puerto Rico, get about 20 bottles of the Henny White, then I'm gonna jet to South Carolina after that. I'm trying to tell you, man. You can't give me no money like that because I'm gonna be baller all the way. I'm gonna be baller all the way.
Mark would fuck up the money in a month.
And Mark looking out. He went back and said, I'm gonna come back with the Henny White looking out.
Yeah, man. You know, like because you can't take it with you. You can't take none of the money with you. Set up all them trust funds for all the little cousins and the kids and all that. Set all that shit up. Make sure mom is cool. All the older people in y'all for it is retired or whatever. Whoever want to stay in the hood, y'all motherfuckers can stay there. But arm yourselves to the fucking T because niggas is gonna become gunning for you because they know you related to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, look, I know exactly how I will flip this shit and everything. You know what I mean? Shit be easy. You know what I'm saying? This ain't hard.
Yeah, I do know one thing.
Say it, my nigga.
Right. I do know one thing. Like, if I was to win a large amount of money, I definitely would have stuff. Like, I would definitely get a house for my mom, even though she probably would just be like, I'm okay with this. I'd be like, all right, just take it. I would definitely take my sister and they would have a home. I would definitely put money away for Jasmine for school or for her life. I'm definitely that. I'm giving. I got you, Stacks. I got you, Cuzzo. I'm sending random cash apps and random checks to people. I definitely will do for my family. I would like a big old house that all of us can stay in, because one thing that I have learned, and this has been very important to me since my dad passed away, is family really is all you got sometimes. And I'm blessed. I am very, very blessed to have a family that we rock together, right? We rock together. Like I have driven many holidays to see Stacks, to see my family down south. I'm much closer to them than I was to family that lived 10 minutes away. So if I was to become wealthy to the point where I could just give money away and not miss it, I'm definitely taking care of my family. But after that, I'm disappearing.
Guess why I'm so lucky if I get rich? Because my only concern is two people.
Yep. Your mother and your father.
So
that's
my mom and my dad. And that's who I'm closest to. Now I have there's a handful more, but the bond.
I'm gonna tell you something.
And be my
and maybe the man that's in my life or woman at the time will luck up.
Hey, I'm gonna say like this.
I'm not obligated to give nobody else shit.
I'll say like this: if you kept it a bean with me, right? I mean a real bean, a fucking bean, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Now you might not get all the shit that I get, but I got you though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like if you kept it a bean, but I'm just saying if you move even a little bit funny, and I know when somebody move funny, you know what I mean? It'd be the smallest move. Motherfucker, if I ask you for salt and you hand me pepper, you know what I mean? Well, I think you moving funny, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that's going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Need prayer.
Yo, Mark, you know, he's gone. He's far gone, man.
Oh, man.
Mark is in the dark side, man.
Hey, man.
Mark is in the dark side.
Hey, man.
We need to burn some sage for Mark.
You know.
Nigga, wow, man.
You probably wouldn't even be rich no more after that shit.
No, I'll still be rich. You know what I mean? Because I know how what people can handle, what they can't. You know what I mean?
He talked about to build a castle. He talked about plumbing. He talked. You ain't think about that shit. You just thought.
If you a billionaire, you know what I mean? You think it's hard? You know what I mean? To get all that shit in tech. You know what I mean?
You ain't think about how much the material gonna cost, the design. You ain't think about that shit.
I got $1 billion. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm good. Even if I be like, yo, I'm spending 50 million on this shit. Are you out 50 mil? You know what I mean? You got 950 left. You know what I'm saying?
Blow his money and he gonna be broke in a year.
Next,
How you gonna be?
Throw
what you do is, however much you get, you know what I'm saying? It's like I learned this from somebody, right? You know what I mean? However much you got, you're supposed to spend 10, you know, like spend up to 10% of what you got, right? You know what I mean? And that's how you move. You know what I mean? So if you got $1 million, you know what I mean? Now all the fly shit you want to do, you gotta have to do it within 100,000. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Mark
your cap right
his
there.
Own talk show, and it's going because you know Mark done been through everything in life, right?
Yeah,
I wish.
Going to talk about how he was a billionaire and went broke.
How you gonna go broke? You know what I'm saying? When I just told you, you spend 10% of what you get. If you get Powerball for 700 fucking million, what you ain't gonna spend nothing?
And everybody don't got that, and you don't know what it's like to actually see that type of money, my nigga.
No, I do know what it's like because my cousin played in the league. You know what I mean? So I know what it's like to see it.
And what he made for you
know,
to that bread.
If I have it, I'm spending 10% of whatever I got.
Go ahead.
Y'all two just need to get married.
The fuck? You know what I'm saying?
They are stacks. They are stacks.
Hey, no, you know what? I'm gonna hire Tina, you know what I mean, for her to keep my shit in line. You know what I'm saying? So, look, Tina, I want 10 Lambos. Well, look, you only can buy 5. Okay, cool. I settle on 5. You know what I mean? That's it. You know
well, you know what? What it seems like is Marcus, when he gets money, he's gonna be flashy. So we're gonna brings us to our last topic. What do y'all think people who overshare on social media?
That's I don't do that shit. I don't do that shit.
I can't even comment. I don't want to do that.
I'm low key. Y'all mean see shit. I'm low key on that motherfucker.
My nigga, you're not low key in the casting part.
You gonna have to try to break through that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Shit. We gonna have fun shooting at you. You know what I'm saying? I got motherfuckers in the towers waiting. You know what I'm saying? But seriously though, I think some people really overdo it on social media. You know what I'm saying? They be sharing a location and everything and then get ran down on. I'm like, man, social media ain't for that.
Always in the gutter, yo.
Social media ain't for that, man. Social media ain't for that. It's just like, listen, share what you want to share, right? But you don't have to be extra about it. That's all I'm saying. It's all right. You know what I mean?
Entertaining, honestly.
Yeah,
that's what it really should be about. Entertainment, not just sharing everything about like your life, everybody. Just like you said, more about like locations. Like why?
I'm not even following, but my friends are following her. So
that shit come up on your timeline.
Posting about fuck this nigga, then they back together, and then like a week later, she would this my new nigga, but she doing it to try to hurt the dude that she was dating before. Like, bitch, you are
that would get on my nerves.
This shit, where's my popcorn?
Listen, social media for me is fun. First thing, I get to come in here and talk shit with all of y'all. That's number one, right? Number two, I get to talk sports, you know what I mean, with everybody else and argue with them motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Telling them how they team ain't shit. And that's fun for me, right? And then you can slide in the DM when you feel like doing that. You know what I mean? So social media fun for me. Shit, I have a ball on this motherfucker for real.
What I will say is what I hate about oversharing on social media is the pity parties. Social media is the easiest platform to get validation from. And people will take to social media talking about how they've been wrong, how this is going on, that is going on. That's only one side of the story. There's always 3 sides to the story. One person's side, the other person's side. In the and you gotta be careful of some of the shit that you're sharing because people will use it against you to get an advantage on you. I don't post to my page all that much, and I just think it could be very problematic. All the oversharing, but the pity parties and all the victim that shit is fucking whack to me.
I use it for business, right, Leo. Meanwhile, their businesses, their relationship, the new. This is one person that's on my timeline, and she's a sweetheart. But every time a Jordan comes out, her page just for some reason is at the top of my timeline. Every time she is posting every angle of the Jordans that she got. Every time one gets released, and it's usually like a day or two before it gets released, and I'm just like, ma'am, we know that you get all the Jordans. It's
Sean, you know her?
All right. You know, all right.
No, but you know
what I'm talking about?
I don't know. No, I'm not talking about. Stop it. No, the person's not in this box.
No, I'm just asking if he knows because you know majority.
I pop shit.
No,
on mine.
Social media fun. It's
no,
fun.
Because it's rare.
No, Tina don't.
It's when somebody piss me off. It's rare. But when somebody piss me off, like
it's
if,
rare.
Let's say Becca hit me up and she said, I know everybody that's on my social media.
Like it's rare.
Everybody that I'm friends
Mark is
with
a tyrant, man.
on my social media, I know I'm not the type of person. I don't got 500 friends, this and the third. I probably got 100 something to 200, and I know them since either high school or work related. Not even work related because I'm not friends with people I work with for the most part. But some shit like that. So somebody came and said, "Oh, such and such, da 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 da." I'm like, "Who said it?" First of all, don't come to me and tell me somebody said shit if you're not gonna tell me who the fuck said it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because why they
Now
telling
I'm
you
gonna
not
go on
telling
social
me?
media, and I'm gonna put out a general statement, and I'm gonna say this, that, and the third. So I may not find out, but you motherfuckers gonna know that I know.
Shoot, like I said, social media fun for me. I have a ball on it. You know what I mean? Even when I'm feeling down, I just go to the gram. That, you know what I mean? Oh man, 10 IG models. Okay, cool. Day is brightened up immediately. All right, cool. Let me check my nephew real quick. He rapping. He doing some rapping
Yeah,
shit.
I kind of froze.
Let me hear the new shit.
All the sauce.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I
So I'm
get
like,
you on social
cool.
media and I call your name out. I want all the sauce.
Yo, and then, you know what I mean, for real, you know, Sean, I catch him talking shit about my Eagles, then I gotta say Philly all day. So I'm just like, social media easy for me, man. Then I get to see the birth of all the new kids in the family and shit. Oh, I got a new little cousin in Cali. I got a new little cousin in Texas.
But that's not oversharing.
All right.
Yeah.
Huh?
Some people post this that like you
Now,
can
if you on
you
your
can literally
fifth
go
kid, that's
to
oversharing. Like nobody give a fuck about your baby shower or your gender reveal.
right. We know you have. I'm gonna take a sex a lot. Like
Yeah,
okay,
and for God's sakes, if you're on vacation, wait. If you absolutely positively have to post those pictures, post them shits when you get back. Because when you go live and shit on vacation, unless you got somebody looking out for your house, you may as well have a sign that say, "Hey, I'm on vacation. Go rob the shit out of me."
Yeah,
See, them people gotta get like them IG models. You know what I mean? They be taking like 10 trips a year and then post like 4 years later on some fresh shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seriously, they gotta get like them. You know what I'm
People that
saying?
post, "Oh, I'm on vacation in Vegas and Miami." Yo, guess what? It's 20 other people on my timeline that are in Vegas and Miami.
during the pandemic, everybody was in Tulum.
And I know y'all live there.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
The whole timeline was in Mexico. Like, okay, we get it.
We get it.
First thing, you know, I don't even want people to know where I'm at.
All exclusive, where everybody from your hood or from your town is out of state at the same place, but they went separately.
Right.
So y'all left Jersey to go to Miami and Las Vegas to do the same shit you do in Jersey?
Yes.
Ooh.
And I need you to know about it every 5 minutes.
I mean, I'm like, listen, I don't care where you go. If you having fun and that's what you enjoy, all right, great. I'm just saying, you know, for me, posting where I'm at, nah. You know what I'm saying? We don't even be doing that shit.
The PPP.
Oh no, not only the PPP,
man, that right there.
but the PPP plus the pandemic. Because them flights at first was cheap as fuck. Flying to Puerto Rico was $40. Like shit.
What
You know
you
what I mean? Shit.
in Puerto Rico and Vegas and Miami that we ain't already seen? Like,
I like, man.
Y'all done showed
I like, oh, listen, you flying, if you flying to Mexico or something like that, shit, it's 40 for the flight. Then you turn that $20 into some pesos and shit and get whatever you want. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, man. Look, you ain't lying.
Come on, man. I done been in Tijuana. You know what I mean? Shit. You know what I mean? The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Shit, we was chilling.
Between the semis, the
Yeah, I was balling in Tijuana. I was balling in Tijuana.
Yo, Mark is tweaking, man.
Man, I had 10,000 pesos, boy. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody drinking tonight. We all drinking. Shit, we all drinking tonight. I got 10,000 pesos, baby. You know what I mean? We chilling. Shit.
Why you ain't
I
buy
like,
castle
man.
out there?
Huh?
Why you ain't buy a castle while you was out there since you was so rich?
Oh, well, shit. 10,000 ain't castle money. 10,000 is pay the bar money. That ain't castle money. I could have bought a bar for 10,000 pesos. I can't. You got a castle still go run you a grip. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I had to holler at El Chapo or somebody like that. I don't know. You know what I mean? You know,
out of control.
Scamming niggas.
Oh yeah. Niggas on unemployment working. Oh man. Shoot, the boy, matter of fact, the dude who rented me my first apartment, you know what I mean? He been doing that his whole life. Collect unemployment, disability, and work. You know what I'm saying? He been doing that shit his whole life. That's my OG right there. His whole life.
He's not watching this pie. Hearing you go
right.
Oh man, he an old man. He an old man.
You dry stitching right now, Mom.
He an old man. He an old man now, man. He good. He good. He an old man now. He good. He done beat the. He done already beat the system.
His somebody Ultima, he gonna be like, hey, young blood, I heard you talking on your podcast.
Right. You know what I mean? Shoot, he good. He good, man. I'm like, man, he good. Yeah. Hey, listen, you know what? When I see him, I'll be like, yo, I'm trying to be like you, big dog. You got that big ass house in Jersey and shit. You know what I mean? For real, you know. Must be nice. You know what I mean? But he always, like, when I see him, I'll be like, yo, how them boys, the men boys, you know what I mean, for out there? God, I know they live next door to you and shit. Oh, yeah, I be getting the little young boys to sing for me and shit, you know. I'm like, man, you know, so all here doing his thing. I'm like, man, I ain't mad at him. He over there in man, what's that nice ass part of Jersey? I'm trying to think of the name of that shit. I can't even think of the name of that shit, but that shit nice.
Say what's the nice ass part of Jersey?
Yeah, you know what I mean? No, well, Camden ain't revamping that shit. Camden ain't normal Camden.
Camden is number one for crime.
No, they changing Camden. You know what I'm saying?
Camden's not that no more.
I'm there like every other day. You know what I mean? No, not no more. They moved that shit up. Yo, listen, Camden. Yo, listen. Look, they moved that shit. Camden is only South Philly across the river. You know what I mean? You think I don't know about Camden? Is next to my city?
You ain't lying. You ain't lying, Mark.
Camden and Newark always make the top 5 for crime.
Yo, all right. You know what? You know what I mean? I'm taking you to Camden. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you how Camden look like now. Hey, you know, I'm trying to tell you. Look, man, I get you a tour of the Sixers facility. We go to Aquarium, and then go to a concert after that. And I guarantee you ain't ducking from shit.
There you go, Mark.
Yo, is Camden kind of nice?
Please.
Shit. Don't let me get boat money. I get boat money, you know what I mean? We really stop.
He gonna buy you a castle.
I get boat money, it's on. Shit, I get boat money, you know what I mean? Shit, we selling. Yo, I get boat money, we selling with Embiid and them.
Tina, you ain't gonna keep.
No, I just said no, I didn't say that. I just said, yo, you know what I mean? We going on the boat. That's all I said. It don't have nothing to do with bread.
Keep shooting your shot, man. You miss 100% of them shit you don't. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, man.
Yeah,
they're gonna go in one day. Hey,
look, you better live, man. You gotta live.
Her ass. She gonna say yeah one day.
Yo, man, people don't get it, man. You got to live. You know what I mean? Live every day of your life happy, live it to the fullest, and do all that goofy shit. You know what I mean? But do all that shit.
Well, Leo, seriously. Camden is worse than Newark.
No, hell no. You know what I mean? For a Newark worse than Camden. You know what I'm saying? That shit moved up to Sicklerville, yo. Sicklerville the problem now.
Hey, Tina, like on Coming to America. Go ahead, honey. Take a chance. Hey,
listen. I'm gonna have to holler at Davis McClain for that ring though. Y'all like, look, I need that ring real quick. You know what I mean?
You ain't lying.
I gotta slide over to Jersey with it. I gotta slide over to Essex County with that ring.
I see you.
I gotta do that. I gotta holler at Davis, get that ring off. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know.
Look at
that ring off.
That's a nice
blue diamond.
I'm gonna put Mark on my prayer list.
I like blue, so I wouldn't even.
You don't like sapphires?
I don't like blue diamonds.
Oh, she don't like the blue. She don't like blue. She don't like blue.
Nigga like 0 for 5 from the field.
Yo,
seriously,
keep shooting. Keep shooting.
She don't like none of my suggestions. You know what I mean? You know
keep
what?
Shooting.
Keep shooting. Yo, she don't like none of my suggestions. All I said was blue. That's it. Like, nigga, you should have said green. Like,
Mark, you got the green light, man. Keep shooting, man.
Keep shooting. Hey,
that shit will go in one day.
Yo, man, listen. Hey, I seen Kobe take 47 shots in the game. So, you know what I mean? Hey, you know me. We from Philly, man. We just shoot regardless. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, we good. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be yelling Kobe all the way to Essex County. Kobe. You know what I mean? Yo, that shit all the way to Essex.
Shit. Yo, so this show tonight. My take on social media, I don't.
Did you see what Leo just said? Leo,
He said you look flashy.
First of all, I got a members only jacket on. Hey, I love my members only jacket like my daddy.
That's a throwback.
See?
Tina, old mobster. You know what I mean? She ain't never tell nobody. You know what I mean? With the members on.
Go ahead,
I'm
Sean.
all black, and he said I look flashy. How?
Yeah, let's.
All right.
Shot. Keep on shooting, Mark. Something's gonna go in. Yeah, let's go around. Let's go around the horn, man. Let's go, ladies first. Tina, what you got?
Looking like a lot of money.
I don't even know what to say.
Yo.
That's the most gutted shit
Yo,
I've ever
Leo.
heard. Mark talked so much shit at MVP tonight.
Yo, Leo, Mark is gonna put a hit on the
Mark is shooting.
Yeah.
Yo, man, hey.
Gutter. Like he in the first comment he made to every topic was something negative in the gutter. Like it was street shit.
I don't think it was negative. I think that was life. I think that's his life perspective.
That's Mark.
He's just saying you look fancy. It's a compliment.
Shit. Miss you, Merv.
No, Merv out here winning awards for us. He winning awards for us.
Oh, just so y'all know,
that
I'm not
nigga was
sure.
sending pictures in the fucking chat, my nigga.
So we won the best new podcast award. Just so y'all know.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. No doubt.
Yeah, we won. So y'all are watching the best new podcast. So I guess 2021 or whatever. That's what y'all watching.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to get to the best podcast next year.
That's what's up.
No
doubt.
Well, that's all I got to say. You know I miss y'all. Be loving y'all. Same shit all day, every day. Whoop whoop what?
Yo, what you got for us, Becca?
I enjoy these get your shit off pods. I enjoy these. These are always fun. It's good to release a little bit and not always be so serious. I enjoy this with y'all, and I'm glad that we had some good engagement today. Everybody in the topics. We had some new people, Leo, Jamal. Those are my husband's buddies on his podcast. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. We had our regulars as always, Sam, Rika. They always come in with the good comments. So we really do appreciate y'all that are watching. We wouldn't be able to do this without y'all. We wouldn't have to do this without any viewers. So we thank y'all for tuning in with us tonight. You could be anywhere but you're here with us. So thank you very much.
Yeah, we got to get a shirt made for Tayson. That shit go. He just go like this, my nigga.
Just like that. You already know.
Speaking of Tayson, what you got, Tay?
Oh man, look, I'm loving the vibe tonight. Look, the topics were crazy. Mark, you the MVP tonight. Just like Tina said, you the MVP tonight, man. For real. And my parting shot, Ghost is dead. So leave it alone, Sean.
Wow.
Oh, and my fault, Tina. Yeah, Tina too. Ghost is dead.
Wow. That was negative.
Ghost is dead.
Wow. So, Mark, what you got, man?
Man, listen. If you watch the night, right? Live
MVP.
your life and run your motherfucking race. It don't matter who's saying what. Do your thing. If you do your thing, you're gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. Yo, man, he got bread and he miserable. That motherfucker was miserable before. You know what I mean? He got the money. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just have fun, live your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Like if you ain't having fun, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? When it's time to be serious, cool. But you ain't supposed to be serious all the motherfucking time. Like, you know what I mean? Live your life, have fun. You know what I mean? Have fun with your family, have fun with your peoples. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? There's too many people just walking around mean mugging. I'm like, damn, even DMX smiled, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, yo, like, look, have fun, live it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just be safe out there, man. You know, so I'm gonna be a little serious for a minute. You gotta be safe out there. People getting caught slipping all the time, and I don't want it to be one of y'all, man. So you know, I just like, man, just be aware of your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? But enjoy your life, have fun, love your family, and the people that invest love into you, you invest love into them, and that's how you keep your circle real. You know what I'm saying? When you do that. And if you see anybody frauding even a little bit, I don't give a fuck if it's a tiny fucking bit. You know what I mean? Get away from that motherfucker. That person don't have they don't mean no good for you. So I'm just saying, but people who keep it real, with you, that's the people you know who you want around you, and that's the people going to tell you about yourself, and they're going to tell you in the rawest form, no matter what. Like, I mean, I love motherfuckers like that. That's why it's always love. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, why you think I'm here? Because if I ain't think y'all was solid, I wouldn't even be here. But I'm like, yo, y'all motherfuckers are solid. So I'm just like, y'all my peoples. You know what I mean? That's how we doing it.
Yeah.
Capping.
Yeah. All love. All
So you
love.
be capping.
Hey, come on. Hey, 5.5. You know what I mean? Don't worry. You know what I mean? For real. We got you.
Keep shooting.
Oh my goodness. Stats, what you got, man?
I can't do this, man. I can tell you what I don't have. I don't have nearly as much as the fucking Marcus gave us. But
I can't even do this.
Hey, good show. I don't have much, man. Good show. Hey, stay tuned for whatever comes after tonight. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, he really speechless. You know what I mean? I thought Stacks was gonna give us something a little biblical or something like that.
Nah,
you know
not
what I mean?
really.
You done spoke for everybody, nigga.
Not really.
I ain't give y'all nothing. I ain't really give nothing real inspirational like that. Like, you know, I just just saying my piece.
Real talk. Mark took shotguns to the nose before he came on the podcast. That's what I say, shotguns to the nose.
He took that blue pill that Kanan was selling.
Yo,
yeah, right.
He took the blue cap from
the blue caps.
Long as I ain't take a gas station pill, I'm good.
Yo, Mark took blue chews and 2 shotguns to the nose, man.
blue chews.
Ride the Essex counties.
Why
take that blue chew, fam.
Blue chew.
They're not coming to Ultima.
I mean, shoot.
But can he come? You might have done broke in there, Mark.
Mark,
hey man,
back doors.
As long as you have no Ultima, you can go. That's what I heard her say.
Mark, the back windows is up.
Right? She giving you the layup.
Yeah,
that's gonna be some city boy shit for real. He coming to Ultima because I know he got another bitch car. Like, you really took another bitch car to my house?
Yeah, that's what Mark do.
If Mark can get
leave my car on ice.
To stab him. If he
Mark drove his car in months.
Like, look.
If y'all see the chat, just know Mark came to fucking Essex County.
Yo, Mark drove his car in months. Good show tonight, man. You know, this, you know, we wanted to do a debate style show and just have different things to debate on, to give our different opinions on. Thank you all for those in the comments. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Leo. Shout out to Mr. Green, Becca's husband. If you guys didn't know, Becca's married. Shout out to what's the other guys on there?
Leo,
Jamal, yeah.
Shout out to them brothers, man. Shout out to them brothers, bro.
They got a podcast as well. So shout out to those brothers. You know, much luck and respect and success to you guys and your shows as well. Again, you know, you guys know Merv wasn't on tonight, and you probably noticed that because everybody had a chance to talk. So, you know, shout out to Merv. Shout out to Merv.
I had your back, Merv. I had your back tonight.
Clearly, Mark had Merv's back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, he did. Brought that energy.
Mark channeled the ghost of Merv. So he definitely was with us some kind of way. But Merv was messaging me during the show and everything. He wished he could be here, but he's having the time of his life at this gala in Columbia. Like Becca mentioned, we did win an award for New Podcast of the Year. We still get information for that, but I'm sure it'll be posted in the group page. Again, you know, all of that is due to you guys, and thank you all for supporting us. Thank you everybody who's on the front lines behind the scenes. Shout out to Bobby Blackjack TV. Shout out to Channel 99. Shout out to Mile High Radio. Shout out to those who sponsor us, who's working with us, and who have patience with us as we continue to build the brand and continue to build all of this. Like Mark said, kind of quoting the great poet and the greatest rapper of all time, Nasir bin Aludara Jones. I don't work this hard to be around people I don't like.
Really?
What?
You had to mention.
Man, come on, man. You didn't know. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Come on now. Don't get that.
You was doing real good till you was on that. Till you got on that bullshit.
You should got on there. Like, what are you doing with that?
Type to deal with me, I guess. But so
he'd be real serious with that too.
Man, you gotta be a special type to deal with me, man. But nah, you know, anytime we come on, we like to try to give a good content. You know, there's a million podcasts out there. Straight up, there's a million podcasts. There's a new podcast every single day. And you know, my biggest thing for us is to continue to sharpen our tool, continue to sharpen our knife, continue to sharpen our sword, whatever you want to call it, so we can continue to outpace any other new podcasts. We have a lot of personalities, a lot of people, we have a lot that goes on. And the beauty of all of that is to find a way to create synergy and also to create a symbiotic relationship amongst everybody. So that's the most important thing of all of this, and that's the most important thing for those who actually rock with us as well. So again, thank you all for hopping on tonight. Thank you all for the support. We appreciate that. And with that said, I bid you adieu. Peace.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.